And what's up, guys? Welcome to another late night home theater hangout. So today I figured we'd just hang out, and since I haven't done an actual 4K Blu-ray review in a while, maybe since it's Thanksgiving's Eve, maybe we'll do a little movie night tonight and catch up on some 4K Blu-ray watching with the Terminator. The only thing is we've got to wait probably about another 15 minutes because I just got done copying it over to my drive. Now I'm copying it over to my Zidu media player. So rather than using the Blu-ray, I'm just gonna use it off of the Zidu player. So I still got a few more minutes. I'm at like 48 gigs out of like the 60 some gigs that it's copying over. And let me know if you guys can hear my microphone because I'm streaming from the theater today. So I got my mobile set up. Hopefully the audio is good. And what's up, Van Gool? Van Gool, is my mic okay? Got my lav on here today. I think what makes the movie such a classic is that it mostly more like a slasher movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it in years, so I'm pretty sure it looks pretty dated. The last time I saw it was a few years ago, and it definitely looked a bit dated, but you know, classic nostalgia type of horror movie. What's up, K-Man? But I know that it came out recently because I know I got a lot of people asking me where the review was, and I don't know what it looks like. I haven't seen it, so I don't know if it looks like Terminator 2 or does it look like Aliens? Does it look like True Lies? I have no idea. I'm hoping it looks good. I'm hoping they didn't, like I didn't do any homework. I didn't do any homework on it, so I don't know what to expect in this transfer. I'm just assuming that it probably looks kind of waxy, maybe, or maybe it just has the AI upscaling, and some parts are good, some parts are not good. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys have picked up the disc, so you guys probably know better than I would. Jeez, what's going on right now? So you guys know probably what it looks like. But has anybody seen Gladiator 2 or Wicked over the weekend? I was gonna go see Wicked, but then something came up. We're gonna see it today, but then my wife got sick, so we're gonna see it Friday now. But I did go and see Gladiator 2, and boy, you know, I was really amped up to see Gladiator 2. It just turned out to be, you know, I didn't hate the movie, but it turned out to be kind of a dud. Was not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. The main actor, who was it, Paul Mescal? I don't know if he was trying to do an impression of Maximus, but I felt like he was channeling Maximus in his portrayal of Lucius. And does anybody know why they didn't pick the original kid that played Lucius? Because he's of age. He could have played the older Lucius. Because I believe that he is the same kid that was in, what is it, Glass? The last movie with Bruce Willis, where he was still kind of, you know, normal. At least that's what I remember. I think that's the last movie he was in. What's his name? Spencer Treat Clark or something like that. So he looks like he's, you know, he's a full-grown man. He's in pretty good shape. So I don't know why they didn't pick him to play Lucius, to reprise the role. But I still got about 9 gigs to go, so it's going pretty quickly. I'm gonna say probably about another 5 minutes, then we can start this movie up. Obviously, I can't show what I'm watching because I'll get stung with copyright, so we can't do that. And what else happened in the news today? Oh, I dropped the review for the Ava remote this past week. Let me see if it catches focus. Oh, there we go. So I've been rocking out with this for a little bit. It's definitely a super cool remote. I mean, this, the whole little knob thing here. This thing doesn't really seem to do anything. It just looks cool. I thought this would be a little bit more useful. Or at least do some cool stuff, like some rotary stuff, like the Apple TV remote. But as far as I can tell, I mean, it really doesn't do much. It's just a little directional keypad. And, it runs off of Android, so, I mean, this is legitimately, oops. So this is the regular standard Android homepage. This is the normal remote controls homepage. So the bottom half here slides left and right. And then, since I had installed, I switched the home on it. So if I swipe up, it just goes right back to the standard Android homepage, which then gives you access to all of your Android apps. I probably should have showed that in the video, but I totally I didn't think about switching out home pages. But yeah, this is just regular. I mean, this is legitimately just standard Android. This is exactly like my Pixel, minus the big screen. But I mean, so far it's been pretty solid. It's a bit overpriced. I mean, let's face it, it's a $1,200 remote. I feel like there should probably be some more customizable features, or at least have more support for more devices over IP, because I have been using Roomy Remote, and that is definitely more reliable as far as just like sending out commands and all that over, rather than the Ava remote. So I think I might do a video on Roomy Remote, because there's none on YouTube, and I've been using it for like 4 or 5 years, and it's like it's the best as far as I'm concerned. For the price, I think it's the best. So I may have to pop up with a video on Roomy, maybe next week. It's a pretty simple video to do. Rob Suave, what's up, Rob Suave? Shane, what are your thoughts on the newly remastered Terminator? We're about to find out. I haven't seen it yet, so we're gonna find out together. I don't have no idea what it looks like, so we're gonna find out. Couple minutes. It's copied over to my Zidu media player. I got about 3 gigs to go, so we got about 2 more minutes. Thoughts on Sonos Arc Ultra? I have the original Arc, but don't know if it's an upgrade I need. I've been trying to reach out to those guys forever. They're not interested in sending anything my way, which is weird because I've tried a lot of soundbars. I have heard the original Arc. And I guess if you want to use, the Sonos ones, the plain ones, as your surrounds, then it's a pretty simple, it's a good enough sounding, sound bar. I couldn't tell you what the Arc Ultra sounds like. So I don't know. Does that have Atmos or something like that? I know there was some kind of weird thing going on with their app or something like that, but I've not really followed Sonos at all. Sorry, so I don't know. You're gonna have to fill me in with that. So we got another gig to go. Mine it's phenomenal. I'm every way. Audio and video are exceptional. Man, it blew me away. Oh, really? So Terminator, you're saying Terminator is a worthy upgrade. Let's just move this. We'll check it out. Hey, Kellen in the house. What are you about to plop down and watch? We are going to watch the Terminator. We're going to watch Terminator Remaster. Have a couple beers. Hopefully not get a copyright strike. That's the plan. Hello from India. What's up, Sachin? Sachin Hosami. Oh, by the way, I have, so I've got a couple things for sale. If you guys are not on my Patreon, usually I put some stuff on sale on my Patreon. I do have a Valerian projector for sale, so anybody looking for a Valerian +2, that is available for sale. And I still got a Power Sound Audio subwoofer. And then Power Sound Audio subwoofer. I've got some DefTech speakers, some DM70s. Anybody interested in some DM70s? I've got a pair of those for sale. Good price, guys. Good price on my sales. But okay, here we go. 1984. Let's see what's up. So this is what I'm looking at. Hold on, let me loosen this shit up here. Hopefully I don't pull anything here. So we're going to be doing Terminator. That's Terminator 1. First one, 1984. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get a copyright strike. Turn this down. So it's, is it in Dolby Atmos? Oh, it is in Dolby Atmos, huh? I have no idea. It was in Dolby Atmos. Now this is a rarity. This is not on the Kaleidoscape, at least as far as I know. 4K is not on the Kaleidoscape, or else I would have probably watched it on the Kaleidoscape rather than the disc. But let's check this. Let's check out the Atmos. Actually, let me see if I can bring up the Atmos viewer. Actually, I've not even tried this yet. Maybe I can do that here. 192. Turn off software. So I'm going to bring up the Atmos viewer, and I should be able to share the screen. Oh, dude, is this not an Atmos? Yo, where's the sound at? Some technical difficulties here. Yeah, man. Happy Thanksgiving, Kellen. Oh, and make sure you check Josh's email because he wants to know when we're going to do the Kaleidoscape stream next. So why am I not hearing anything? Audio. Dolby True HD. With Dolby Atmos. Well, I was hoping I could show you guys the Atmos viewer, but this is not. It's not doing anything here. The Dolby Atmos is on the 4K Blu-ray. Yeah, this is a look at the 4K Blu-ray. I don't know why it's not playing any sound though. What does this even look like? Oh, it does look like. Listen, we're at the credits right now. You could probably see it in my glasses. I don't know why I don't have any sound. That's weird. You know what? These things don't work when you want them to. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, shoot. All right, so I should be able to show the Atmos viewer. There we go. Credits look good. You know, ever since I've been using this remote, I don't know, things have just been going wonky with this Ava. I don't know what's going on, man. So let me share my screen. The mono track is also included in the form of DTS 2.0 on the disc. Let me see if that's here. You are correct. Track 3, DTS HD 2.0. But come on, man, we're here. We're here for some Dolby Atmos. We're here for the Atmos. Do you remember how they tried to redo it in the last Terminator movie? Let me turn up my ceiling here. Oh, this does look good. Yeah. So did he not use any AI upscaling? Because this looks like legit. This looks legitimately like normal film. This looks untouched. I could be wrong, but it looks like a legit remaster. This has got film grain and everything. They got a little blue light shining on the screen, but it's still pretty good. I mean, you got the close-up of Arnie's face. Wow, that does look really good, actually. I feel like maybe they did a little bit of AI upscaling, because that shot looked really, maybe slightly a little bit more detailed than I would have anticipated. His butt looks all tight and firm. My bad. His glutes looking all shiny. Yes, I did pick up the, yes, we did pick the winner already. It was already sent over to SVS. So I am using the Sony Bravia 8 projector. Let me see if I can swing this over. Look at Bill Paxton, looking all young. Yeah, I know Sony, or my bad. I know they're gonna sting me with a copyright if I point that at the screen. Man, yeah, this is a, damn, look at his toenails. I never noticed he got a little ranky looking toenails, man. I wonder if that's really Arnold's feet. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, this is good looking so far. I've seen a few scenes from this particular disc, and it does have film grain intact despite being a 2K DI. I don't know, if you told me this was 4K DI, I would have said, yeah, because it looks really good. There's a bar nearby looking for a subwoofer for karaoke nights. Do you have any recommendations? I do have a karaoke subwoofer for sale. Dirt cheap, mind you. I do have one for sale. Let me check. Give me a second here. Where is my opener? Oh, look at Kyle Reese. You guys know that Michael Bean has a podcast on YouTube where he talks with other celebs. He's got some good episodes. I don't know if you guys are interested in that stuff. The movie talk, celebrity talk, and stuff like that. He's got an interesting podcast. So James Cameron did use Park Road AI process on the Terminator. Well, you can definitely tell in certain. At least on that close-up shot of Arnold, you can kind of tell that there was some light usage of it. I think, I think if they did use it, they used it, they probably turned down the AI-ness to like a 2. Because I don't see anything waxy looking, or at least none so far. Like, this legitimately looks like a good transfer so far, from what I could tell. And the the colors also look great as well. Like, the black levels are really good. Oh, by the way, yeah, I am using the Sony Projector 8, which, much better. These Sony projectors this year, I'm going to say they're right up there with JVC. Like, this one, the Projector 8, and my last gen JVC NZ8, very similar to each other. I might even pick the Sony over the NZ8 just for sheer, sharpness, because I feel like this is probably a little bit more detailed than my NZ8. And it actually has workable tone mapping. Was that a Taylor Swift cup? No. I don't own anything. I don't own anything Taylor Swift. Nothing. Nothing Taylor Swift. What movie? Man, the movie is in the title, Byron. Oh, hold on. I meant to share the screen here. Okay, so this here. Let me share that. This is the Atmos viewer. Boom. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. So I got the volume kind of turned down low just because. So this has bed layer is 1. That is the subwoofer. For all you guys that want to know that, which is this purple guy there in the center. And in case you guys have been watching any of my reviews, the purple rectangle there, that is the screen. The purple little dot there would be, I guess that's just like the center of the room. The dynamic objects are 11, which this does look to be a static mix, which wouldn't really surprise me. Oh, take that back. There's a cop car moving right there. Okay, so this got some moving objects here. All right. So I would be sitting probably right around the middle of the room, and then you can see all the green lights, or the green boxes that are lit up, those are the active speakers. But you guys probably know that. You guys already know that already. Let me zoom in a little bit more. All right, there we go. I agree. It's one of his best 4K transfers, along with Titanic and The Abyss. Of course, those are the two movies I have not seen. I have not seen The Titanic or The Abyss. I have seen Titanic in 3D, though, recently, which is okay. It's not bad. Linda Hamilton's looking young here. Look at that. Man, if they go back and they need to go back and redo Terminator 2, because, yeah, man, this is really good. I can't tell if it's a little hot. Some of the whites might be a little hot. I could be mistaken on that. I saw some detail on the sidewalk that was kind of missing. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if you were just like, yo, this was just a legit like transfer. When are you publishing your SVS review? That's going to have to be, obviously, probably another week or so. I was waiting for the update. I think there was supposed to be like an update or something like that for the app, but I don't think that's happening. At least not this year. Doesn't look like it's happening. It's weird because they did such a good job on this, but on Aliens, some of Aliens looks like this, and then some just look downright bad. Go back to this. So I just keep that there. I mean, as y'all can see, that this is essentially I mean, for the most part, this looks like it's kind of a static mix. So what are we looking at? Like 5 channels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 channels. 7.1 mix for the most part so far. I think the top channels. All right, so you can see that the top middles just popped on. So I'm not sure if this is a true mix where we would get more than 2 heights. But yeah, man, look at that. There's some movement there. Okay. James Cameron did a hell of a job with a $6.5 million budget, except for gangsters. Yo, you talking about the gangsters at the start of the movie with Bill Paxton? Yeah, that's what it was like back in the 80s. There are rumors that he is going to work on a new 4K T2 transfer. It's the only one of his films that he hasn't used the new AI restoration on. It could come out the end of next year in 2026. Yeah, he definitely needs to. Because that Terminator 2 is pretty abysmal. I think it's funny because, you know, if you go back to that old video and look at some of the comments, some people legitimately like how that thing looks. I mean, it's very clear that is not the way the movie's supposed to look. I mean, you know, when you are taking a video of yourself or you're using your iPhone camera and then you put the beauty modification filter on, or if you're on Instagram or something and you got the beauty filter on, it just gets rid of all your pores and your wrinkles and everything. That's essentially what Terminator 2 looks like. And some people like it. Some people defend it and say it looks better than it's ever looked. I mean, I would definitely take the DVD over the 4K Terminator 2 remaster. Like, this is that bad, so it's pretty funny that people actually like the way that looks. Linda Hamilton, Linda Hamilton has aged. She's definitely aged. She's definitely aged, but she's kind of aged rough. I don't know what they did to her in the last movie. What was it, Genesis? Not Genesis. Salvation. Not Salvation. Jeez, there's so many I don't even remember, but man, she was looking rough in that last Terminator movie. Like real weathered. Michael Biehn too, man. I don't know what's up with Michael Biehn. Like, if you see him on his podcast, I mean, the dude is like missing like half his teeth. He's kind of a stud in this movie, but nowadays, dude need to fix his teeth, man. You remember when Eddie Furlong was like missing all his teeth, but then he went and got some new veneers? I don't know if you guys ever saw that video, but Eddie Furlong got some bright white veneers. See, this is what I like, the original Hunter Killers. The post-apocalyptic footage. So good looking back. How he shot this back then. I know a lot of people didn't like Terminator Salvation, but you know, if you go back and watch it now, I think it holds up pretty well. You know, Bryce Dallas Howard and then Christian Bale, where he notoriously had his rant on set. That was like Sam Worthington's, was like after Avatar came out, and it was like he was still going to be like this big star, but just never took off. But this looks good, man. Look at, they really made this look good. This whole scene looks really good. It's dark. It's got good shadow detail, good black levels. Obviously, you can tell it's a composite in some of these shots, but for the most part, it looks legit. Oh, I didn't even look at the Atmos viewer. Let's see what's going on with the Atmos viewer. So this is the not much going on in the height channels for all of the action going on right now. This is the part where they're fighting the hunter killers, and well, the hunter killers are after them. We're like 20 minutes in, and you would think there would be a little bit more action up top, but there actually isn't anything up top. I agree, the 3D 4K transfer that was used on the 4K Blu-ray was not a good transfer, though it looked great in 3D when I saw it back in 2017. Terminator 2. I'm pretty sure I have the 3D Blu-ray. I mean, that did come out in 3D Blu-ray, right? I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm not sure if I watched it, but I'm pretty sure I have a Terminator 2 3D Blu-ray. Terminator and Alien are two movie franchises. That's correct. Metal Macias. I have the Costco Klipsch speaker set up with an Onkyo AVR that came in at $800 theater in a box. If I get it done on 3800H, will I notice a change in audio quality, or will the Costco Klipsch hold it back? 3800H. I feel like I reviewed that. Like is that a 3-year-old AVR? 2 or 3 years old, right? I felt like I reviewed it a few years back. I don't know what kind of Klipsch speakers you got, but I think you'll be fine. Obviously, it's I know the home theater package you're talking about, but I'm sure the 3800 has a little bit more juice than that Onkyo receiver did. So I mean, you may want to pick up some better speakers at some point in time, because if it's a system I'm thinking about, yeah, those Klipsch speakers are pretty rinky-dink, if I'm not mistaken. Plus those Klipsch speakers back then for $800, they're not that great, you know. They weren't that great. You know, it's funny. Is it me, or do you guys not see that many Klipsch videos anymore? Like, I don't see very many Klipsch reviews on their speakers lately. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's the case. Look at Lance Henriksen, looking really young. I mean, he doesn't look really young. He's definitely always kind of looked old, but dude, is Lance Henriksen even still alive? Dude, Linda Hamilton's friend with did they have spray tans back in the 80s? Because she is unusually dark. What? Why is her friend so tan? What's going on here? Dude, you could see the little fuzz on her sweater. This legitimately looks good. Listen, I couldn't tell. If you told me this was AI upgraded, I don't think I would believe you. Like it looks normal. I see all movies in Dolby Cinema with IMAX as my second choice. Overhead speakers are rarely used or very subtly. Yeah, it's usually kind of tough. Usually kind of tough to tell at the theaters. I mean, I haven't seen the heights really kick on much in this transfer so far. Then again, I'm like kind of trying to look at the screen and the chat at the same time. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sounds great. That too, sold up. There's two that can be promoted. Which one do you prefer? So I got I have an offer. This might be breaking news to you guys. I have an offer to I have an offer to review a smart toilet. As you guys know, I recently did buy a house, so I don't know if all these companies have just found out I bought a house, but they've been offering me some stuff. And I just got offered this toilet to review. Oops, my bad. I'm going to do it. I know I'm probably not going to get a lot of views on it because it's not, home theater centric. But listen, I need a new toilet in my house because this toilet is probably from the 80s. And I was going to get a Kohler. But listen, if somebody's going to offer me a smart toilet with a bidet in it, I'm down. Yo, and it's black. So the 12-inch rough and black smart toilet is one of the best-selling toilets by Horo. With a built-in booster pump to increase water pressure, race car sensing automatic opening of the toilet lid, and multi-stage adjustable heated seat for drying function. This version does not have the bidet though. What is going on, man? I kind of wanted that bidet. Oh man, but then they got a white one with LED lights. Oh shoot. All right, check that one out. This is man, you can't even see that one. Same toilet, it's white, but it has LED lights on it. Damn, do I want a white toilet with LED lights or a black toilet with no LED lights? That's the question. I know none of you are going to watch that video either. That's okay though. I'm getting a fresh new toilet in my house. Where's my glasses? Oh, my bad. The police shootout scene sounded amazing in Atmos. Police shootout scene. I don't think we were there yet. Is that Dolby Atmos viewer made specifically for Trinov, or can it be used with Anthem processors? No, it cannot be used with. Anything else but the Trinov viewer. Erikimi, thinking of ordering a cloud escape for my guest bathroom. There you go. You must have a pretty big bathroom. Did you pick up Anchorman in 4K? Did I pick it? Is Anchorman in 4K? I feel like I have it on digital already. I didn't even know if it came out. I didn't even know it came out on Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure I've got it on digital though. But now that I'm gonna have to pick it up too. That's one of my favorite movies, so for sure I'm gonna have to pick it up now. Now that you mention it, you can see your poop light up with the LED lights. I don't know why they put LED lights on the toilet, but but it's there though. One of my most disappointing Blu-ray experience was 2 of the Forrest Gump Blu-rays. The Vietnam firefight was spectacular in the theater. The Blu-rays were basically a 3.1 experience. I know that Forrest Gump disc was just as bad as Terminator 2's disc. I know some people liked it. I think it might have been a little bit better than Terminator 2, but I recall it being such a wax fest that to me it was unwatchable. I thought Terminator 2 was unwatchable. I thought they were both on par with each other. I don't know, didn't they come out like in the same year? I don't know if they had just found out about noise reduction or what. They just like cranked them up on those two 4K Blu-rays, but they were just atrocious, man. I think I gave them both like a 4. I probably should have gave them both like a 1 because they were just that bad. Look at the Terminator's bedazzled jacket. And isn't that the guy from Top Gun? Isn't the boyfriend the guy from Top Gun on the beach, where he did the thing? He did the little pump when he was on the beach playing volleyball. I know one of you guys know the answer to that. I'm pretty sure that's him. Yeah, dude, her friend has got a serious tan going on in this movie. So she just got out of bed and was like hungry for a sandwich. And she's, hold on, so they just got done doing it. She got hungry for a sandwich. She woke up and she has her headphones on. Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah, that's definitely the dude from Top Gun. Yep. Do you think WB will make a Dune Part 2 3D Blu-ray? I don't think so. I mean, let's face it, that Dune Part 1 3D Blu-ray wasn't that good looking. I thought that disc was, I thought the black levels were just bad on that. It could be the projector I had at the time, but I felt like there was some ghosting in that transfer as well. You know, it could have just been I did have an anamorphic lens at the time, so maybe it was due to that, but I think when I reviewed it, I wasn't that happy with the original Dune Part 1 3D Blu-ray. The Kick-Ass movies are probably the most disappointing 4K discs I own. Really? I watched Part 2 recently. I liked the movies. Part 2 wasn't as good as Part 1, but I don't recall them looking that bad, though. I want to say I watched Part 2 maybe 2 months ago. You guys remember when people had the feathered haircuts back then? I think that's what it was called. You would get your hair feathered. Linda Hamilton's got it, and then Arnold's got the same do. So the Abyss Special Edition 4K remaster in the theater, Dolby Cinema, except for a couple of shots in the very beginning, the remaster was excellent. Looked like it was shot in 23. I haven't seen it. I have not seen that. I hear it's good. I mean, if it looks as good as this, then yeah, I would assume it would get some pretty high marks. I just assumed, I didn't want to do it because seeing how True Lies and Aliens looked, I was like, I'm not even gonna bother with The Abyss or Titanic because I figured it would just look like crap anyway, so I just skipped it. Like if True Lies looked like this, it'd be pretty awesome. But I know there were some shots in True Lies that were like shot out of focus, and then I guess the AI had trouble trying to upscale it, and it just couldn't get it right. But like the beginning of True Lies was really good. Like beginning of True Lies looks kind of like this, maybe slightly more over sharpened, but very similar to this. It's funny because if you go back and watch Terminator Genesis, you know how they made Arnold, they kind of de-aged, or actually they didn't even de-age Arnold, they just made a CG Arnold, and he looked a little waxy, but then again, he looks equally as waxy here, walking through the club. Not waxy as in like they use DNR, but just like he's got some really smooth Noxzema skin in some of these shots. It looks as if they put a lot of moisturizer on his face. Here we go. Shootout. So this is the shootout in the club. And if you can see, it looks like only the top middles are doing anything. So this might only be a 7.2 mix. Yeah, see how the top middles are just lit up? So my center back isn't seeing any action, and I don't believe I've seen the wide channels get any action either. Chuck Fortier, happy Thanksgiving, dude. Watching Godzilla -1 4K with OmniStar LED projector 120 is good. Thank you for helping people in home theater. There you go, Chuck. I promise you, Titanic doesn't look nothing like Aliens or True Lies. It definitely, the best of his 4K is worth the purchase. Really? Are you saying Titanic looks just as good as Terminator 1? Because if it does, I'll pick it up. If it doesn't, then you owe me 40 bucks. Or 30 bucks, whatever it is. So that was a pretty action-packed scene. Them shooting their way out of the nightclub or the bar, whatever it was. And the height channels or top channels only lit up in the top middle. So this looks to be only a 7.2 mix. Obviously, I can't hear it full on because I'm like talking to you guys at the same time, so I'll have to revisit this at another time by myself. Let me just crank it up. Let me see if there's any bass in this. So this see, that's the thing about these old 80s movies. That's the thing about these old 80s movies. No matter how good they try to remix the audio and put it in different channels, just the effects always tend to sound flat and dated. I mean, they can put a gunshot zipping through all the different speakers. It just always sounds like it's from the 80s. It doesn't always have it usually almost always never has the same, type of dynamic clarity as, like a modern day movie. Like it's, despite maybe it having a great Atmos mix, it's just the dynamics of that time just makes it sound so flat. Like the car screeching across the road doesn't sound like a real car screeching across the road. The music sounds like it's mono. Well, I guess because it was like in stereo, right? The original was a 2.0 mix. Well, like how Reese takes her head and shoves it down in his lap. He's like, get down. Stay down. Keep your head in my lap. But yeah, that's definitely one of the things. Like the audio, I mean, the visuals definitely for a movie from '84. This is definitely like a 9. This is like a 9.6, man. It looks good. Audio. What'd I give the audio? Audio sounds like it's definitely still from '84. Despite getting the Atmos treatment. It's serviceable, but it's fine. We'll keep it safe. I'll give the audio like a 6. Ain't nothing special. I just played the whole, escape from the bar, little car chase, and I can already tell it ain't gonna be that good sounding. I would probably just give it a 6. Video's a knockout though. Video's great. Damn, look at Reese with the scar on his chin. Is that a real scar or is that like a fake scar on his chin? DTS is so powerful in that. Review it again in the new setup, Shane. What are you talking about? In this Terminator? Are you talking about Terminator? Where's my thing? Nope. Oh, look at that. Linda Hamilton's like chewing on his hand. Damn. I don't remember that part at all. Yeah, I should didn't even like phase him. He was like, what are you doing? You're chewing on my hand. What's the matter with you? I forgot. At this point, is he supposed to know that he's gonna? Does he know he's gonna knock her up right now? I'm sure they explored that in one of the sequels. It's funny because you watch all these videos on YouTube about, them like deep faking, doing all these deep fakes, and then you got movies like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and they try to like manually de-age him instead of just running it through whatever deep fake software all these YouTubers are using, which looks so much better than what these big studios like Disney can do for de-aging. I was like, dude, just get whatever software these kids are using on YouTube and just put that in your movie. And can we deep fake? Can we get a whole new Terminator sequel where they just deep fake all the original actors? Where they still look the same? Like, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like, if they signed off, like, I think Bruce Willis signed off on deep faking his likeness. I'm sure Arnold would probably deep fake, sign off on his likeness for future movies after he's long gone. I know that he would definitely probably do that. Like, we could be getting Terminator movies like forever. Like, I want to see a deep fake with all these original actors. New sequel. They can always fake. They can already fake voices. I mean, they're already doing it with James Earl Jones, so they can deep fake like the whole thing. I agree. They need to pay the deepfake YouTubers. Yes, please do. The only thing that gives it away sometimes is the eyes. Well, the eyes always give it away when they try to like digitally make them young. Like Dial of Destiny was just bad. But then you go on YouTube, you like deep fake Dial of Destiny. It looks like Indiana Jones from The Last Crusade. I mean, like, it legitimately looked good. What? Interstellar tickets are selling for $215 in New York City for the 10th anniversary. Dude, who is selling Interstellar tickets for $215? Yeah, I'll let you come to my house for $100. Well, we could watch it together here. And I know I've said it many times before. That is one of Nolan's best movies until the third act. Totally falls apart for me. Absolutely hate the ending of that movie. And to pay $215 for a movie with a subpar ending, fucking travesty, man. It's a travesty. Whatever happened to Brass Tacks? He just gave up on YouTube. He stopped. So I don't know. I talked to him a few months ago. I think I talked to him like 6 months ago. So I don't know. He decided it wasn't for him anymore. Tony James. What is your best Dolby Atmos movie you can go to every day? I don't know if I have a best Dolby Atmos movie. Go to every day. What's a movie I go to every day? It's funny, I go to Interstellar a lot because I just like the bass on it. Despite it only being a 5.1 mix, it's definitely an awesome sounding 5.1 mix. Just the movie. There's just the music and the bass, of course. But yeah, I know it's not Atmos, but that's one I definitely go to. And what else do I go to? Midway. I go to Midway a lot. I check out Midway. That's a good one. You want to get a lot of movement back and forth. That's a great mix. I like how they burnt off Arnold's eyebrows in this scene. Oppenheimer. Come on, AA. You know you can't be talking about Oppenheimer on this channel. Got to be one of the most boringest movies I've ever seen in my life. I have no idea how that movie made $975 million. Did you guys see our Christopher Nolan videos ranked? Because Oppenheimer is right at the bottom for me. I don't know if it was my least favorite Nolan movie or maybe it was Dunkirk, but they're pretty close to each other. I would probably maybe I would put Dunkirk ahead of Oppenheimer. I don't know. Actually, I don't even think I finished Dunkirk yet. That movie just never clicked with me. That's why we only watched the first half tonight. Second half tomorrow, dude. Are you talking about Interstellar or Oppenheimer? Because I had to watch Oppenheimer several days in a row. Tenet has an amazing 5.1 mix, and Edge of Tomorrow, hands down, is one of the best Dolby Atmos 4K Blu-rays. I concur. I watch Tenet. I watch Tenet all the time. The mix sounds awesome. The bass is awesome. I happen to be one of the few people, I guess, that loves the story on Tenet. I would love a future where something like that could happen. Like, it almost seems like it would be feasible. So I think he really hit something interesting in that movie that I guess not a lot of people really cared for because it was maybe too convoluted for some folks to follow or comprehend. And then yeah, I always put in Edge of Tomorrow. Edge of Tomorrow is great. Of course, I always do the intro for the Subwoofer reviews, but then, you know, the first attack in Edge of Tomorrow, where they're hanging from the zip lines, and then they fall, and then you got the ships crashing, and the aliens shooting their lasers or whatever it is that they're shooting across the battlefield. Explosions everywhere. I mean, if you want a dynamic Atmos mix, that's legitimately dynamic with makes use of all of your channels. Edge of Tomorrow is one of those few movies that does that. No, I had no idea that Lance Hendricks was even in this movie. I never really paid attention to that because, you know, he was in here, then Aliens 2. I never really put the connection to like just now. Tenet dialogue is not so great. You know, I hear that a lot, and I can say with different speakers that I've had, sometimes smaller speakers, sometimes bigger speakers, sometimes more dynamic speakers than others, sometimes speakers that maybe have less output. I think it depends on your center channel because sometimes I've watched that movie pretty much all the time on every new speaker system I've had. I think if your center channel speaker is not up to it, it's just not going to be able to produce the dynamics in that center channel for you to hear what is going on in Tenet. But if you have a beefy center channel speaker, like say the Perlison S7C or the Focal, Utopia, I mean, some of these little smaller guys, they just can't do it. They can't handle it because he's pumping full range bass through like the entire front stage. And if you're cutting it off, then you're probably cutting off a lot at 80 hertz. And if your little center channel speaker can't play at those good high SPLs, then you're probably gonna have a hard time hearing what's going on in that movie. But I've had some great sounding speakers in here that had no problems doing that movie some good justice. So I feel like he's probably mixing it in probably a top quality studio, mixing studio. And then listen, some people's systems can't do it. Some people systems can. Some people their speakers just can't do it. I've had several systems that can't do it. I've had several systems that can. So really, really system dependent. If you're having a hard time, then maybe upgrade your center channel. Yes, Mad Max Fury Road in Atmos. Listen, Mad Max Fury Road in Atmos, Mad Max Furiosa, equally as good as the original. I could go either way. No, man, you can't do that. The beauty of home theater is we can turn on, don't ever turn on the subtitles, damn it. If anything, just mute all your other speakers and turn on the center channel only. The beach scene in Edge of Tomorrow is amazing. That scene looked great in 3D. Yo, listen, Edge of Tomorrow, if you can get yourself Edge of Tomorrow with Atmos in 3D. I watched the 3D. I watched my copy. I watched my Remux copy. Oh, hold on. Damn, he's poking out his eyeball in this scene. That actually looked pretty. That should look nasty for real. Look at that. Man, that shit looks good. That looks good in 4K. For a movie in 84. He puts the X-Acto knife in his eyeball. Well, this part, you know, it's a rubber face. In this part, he looks like, you know, clearly it's a rubber Arnold, but I've always thought that this part looked like Atreyu. Is that his name, Atreyu, in The Neverending Story? Just like a grown-up version, because he looks so much like a puppet. Yeah, okay. Anyways. Yeah, the 3D of Edges Tomorrow with Atmos. The best version. Come on, AA. You're going to pick up Terminator next year on Black Friday? So here's the question. Here's the question me and some other YouTube people that you probably know, I'm not going to name any names, that review movies and stuff like that. Like, I know there's obviously, there's a bunch of people that always wait for Black Friday deals to get their movies. Like, is it that much of a savings where you're saving $5 that you gotta wait an entire year to buy a movie? Or is life that hard where you gotta wait an entire year to save $5? I would like to know the answer to that. Because we have this conversation sometimes. It pops up quite often, actually. Especially when we get some comments like Black Friday always comes up. It's always like, man, yo, it'll be like February. It'll be like February, and then the comments will roll in. Oh man, you just reviewed this movie, but I'm gonna wait till Black Friday. I'm like, dude, it's February. You seriously gonna wait till Black Friday to save $5? Oh, yeah, it kills me, man. $10 for most 4K this week. I just bought The Boys. I just bought The Boys and The Running Man for under 30 bucks. Running Man was 33 yesterday. Well, hold on. Is this a Black Friday deal? So you save $3? I can see maybe if you were, I can see if it was like a purchase you weren't planning for, and you were like, oh, maybe I'll get the Running Man. I'll just wait till tomorrow instead, and then you save $3. But $30, $30 for the Running Man, isn't it? That's expensive. How long did that movie just come out or something like that? Because I don't recall that being on 4K. Or is it one of those? Or is it one of those movies that from like Vinegar Syndrome or one of these little boutique labels that are putting out? Answer is buy 20 movies and save a bunch. Yeah, but listen, I get that. I get that rationale, but it's like if one movie came out in February and you're like, I'm gonna wait to save $3 to $5 in December, Black Friday 27th or whatever, or November. You're waiting like an almost a year. And it's not like you're buying. It's not like 20 movies came out in that particular week and you're gonna wait till November to pick them up. It's like if it came out in February, there's one movie that came out that you really like. Okay, it's one movie, but then the next movie comes out another month. You wait another month, and then you wait another month for another good movie. Do you not like the movie that much, or you just wait to save $3 to $5 or whatever it is for an entire year almost? Because you're not doing accumulation, a big gigantic pool of purchases on one shot. I'm just talking about like one movie. Like shit can't be that hard in life where it's like you gotta wait an entire year to save a couple bucks. I'm just curious why that is. I mean, if you're going to the gas station, you're buying yourself a bag of chips or something like that, you just wasted $5. You go to Starbucks, you buy coffee or something like that. Listen, you just wasted $4 or $5. You could have put that towards the movie already. And I know we all do it. I know we all get our coffees and stuff like that. Sacrifice a coffee. Get yourself a movie that you're gonna watch over and over again. Like why would you wait an entire year to save a couple bucks? Hey Shane, what are your thoughts on The Amazing Spider-Man 2012? I didn't like The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, but I really liked The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because I like the whole dynamic with Gwen Stacy and Andrew Garfield. I thought that was really good. I didn't like how they changed his origin with his dad being a scientist or something like that. Like that didn't resonate with me in the first movie, but I did really like how they played the relationship with Gwen Stacy and Peter in the second one. I wasn't a fan of how emo Peter Parker was in those two movies, but it kind of grew on me over the years, and I think Andrew Garfield is my personal favorite Spider-Man because costume-wise, he looked just like a Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. He had the big eyes, he was skinny, had the long neck, so he looked like Spider-Man from the 90s from me. So I grew up liking the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, which I thought was really good representation on screen. So I did not really like the 2012 version, but I did enjoy part 2. It's also great in 3D, by the way. When he comes down from the intro shot where it's zooming in and he's falling down to Earth or to New York City, great in 3D if you've ever seen it in 3D. Not paying $30 for the new Deadpool. Why would you not? This is a great movie. It's a real funny movie. But yeah, let's be real. $30. $30 is a lot of money for Blu-rays nowadays. Yo, some of those steel books are like $50, $60. You know, we had this conversation. I feel like I had this conversation a while ago where we talked about people waiting an entire year to buy movies. And it's like if a new movie comes out and nobody buys it because they're waiting an entire year to buy it, I would think that would send a little bit of a message like, oh, they ain't buying these movies. They're not buying these movies. We got a bunch of movies on the shelf. And they're not buying them on a release day. So you know what? Maybe not produce so many of them. They end up in the discount bin during the year. Maybe they're whatever is left over, then they put them on Black Friday deals to get rid of them. I feel like if I was somebody producing movies, and yes, I priced it at like $24.99 from the get-go, then you didn't buy it when the first week or month it came out, I'm thinking, okay, not too much interest. So maybe we'll just start cutting back. And then as we cut it back, the interest obviously is still there with collectors and all that. Now I gotta raise the prices of these movies because I wasn't selling any before. Now I gotta raise them more just to make it more profitable for me. I'm gonna produce less quantities, but I gotta raise it up more because nobody really buys it anymore on release day or release month. You guys are waiting until the end of the year, and if I'm not mistaken, every time I do a pre-order, they're like $40, $55. It's a little crazy. Seeing seeing the prices of physical media now is crazy. You know why? Because you cheap asses ain't buying them when they come out. You guys are waiting a fucking year to save $5. And then when the pre-order prices come out, they're $55, you bitch again. You know why? Because you didn't buy it when it came out. I mean, come on. It makes sense. Does it not make sense? Listen, I had a couple beers in me, but I mean, let's be logical here. It kind of makes sense. Have we not been seeing pre-order prices hit an all-time high for 4K Blu-rays? It's a little crazy. And exactly right, which is why stores have stopped carrying movies altogether. Because you guys ain't buying them when they come out. That back then they were like $25, $30. Now they're like $40, $50. Because you guys ain't buying them. You guys are waiting for Black Friday. And Black Fridays have been pretty sparse lately, ever since the pandemic. Nobody's been really going to like Best Buy and like Walmart. At least not from what I'm seeing. I mean, Oppenheimer 4K Blu-ray sold out on Amazon the first week. James Cameron 4K's title sold out quickly as well. It took months to get The Abyss and Alien. So people do buy them quickly. That's like, listen, because there are collectors, people that of nostalgia like us, that we love these movies. And then you get these huge, and those are all like, Nolan is like the new Spielberg for this generation. Cameron's Cameron. I mean, you can't like bet against Cameron, whether it's his catalog titles or the new Avatar movies that people always like to shit on. The man delivers. He's got classic movies. People have been waiting years to get his catalog on 4K. So of course they're going to sell it. Of course. Nolan, anything Nolan puts out, people are going to fawn over. Oppenheimer sucked, but those 4K Blu-rays sold out. Yeah, of course. He's one of those outlier kind of guys. And let's face it, he probably didn't produce that many. Let's be real. But, I mean, you guys have seen it, man. Nobody has been buying physical media at stores, especially on new releases and all that. Best Buy, I don't even think my Best Buy carries them anymore. I think my local Walmart has like one rack. I'm trying to think of any place else that I've seen. I'm not even sure if my Target has them. I feel like I haven't seen the Target with them. Maybe I have. I haven't been to Target in a couple months, but I feel like it was a pretty small display. I felt like in Target their iPad and cell phone section is kind of taking over that area. But I mean, listen, man, if you guys don't buy this stuff, this shit's gonna be like harder to get. I get it, like you guys want to save a couple dollars, but come on, man. It's like support your hobby. Because these $55 pre-order movies that I'll be posting on the community tab, it's stings. Let's also be honest, these movies haven't been good either to be paying those prices. Listen, there's a lot of good movies that come out. I don't know if you're just talking about franchise movies, sequels, like the big blockbuster stuff. There's a lot of good smaller movies that have come out. Substance was great. I don't know. Wicked is probably going to be a big. Well, I think Wicked is probably one of the biggest movies of this year. And there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good movies out. Just people don't go to see them. There's a lot of stuff. There you go, Derek. Best Buy stopped selling physical media completely. Buy your shit when it comes out, man. Stop being. I would say stop being cheap, but nowadays, like I said, those pre-orders like $55. You guys sort of kind of priced yourself out of buying them on opening release day now, because now they're just fucking expensive. Now, I wouldn't even spend $55 for a movie. I would probably now wait till Black Friday until it dropped to like, $30. I mean, dude, look at records and LPs, vinyl. I went into like Target, and vinyl is expensive too. Vinyl is up there in price. $40-$50 for like a record? That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's a niche, very niche product, and I feel like physical media, 4K Blu-rays, it's going to be a niche product too. It's going to be, a pricey proposition. And the funny thing is, as much as people kind of crap on Kaleidoscape, their prices aren't $55. No, you don't get a case with them. No, you don't get a steel book, or you don't get a little insert or anything like that. But except for Warner Brothers usually goes to like $39.99. That's like the high side. Actually, I think I might have seen something at like $45. But typically Warner Brothers is $40. They're like the highest studio on Kaleidoscape. And usually their prices are like $24.99, and then they drop down to like, $19.99, $14.99, or $9.99. So for a lot of the new stuff that really comes out, it's like Kaleidoscape has been definitely cheaper than what I've seen on physical media, which I feel like it used to be the other way around, but now it's like reversed now. Because you dudes be waiting till Black Friday to buy your movies. That's why they're so expensive. I blame AA for putting me on that little rant. So shame on you, AA. Only movie I'm happy to pay $35 is my favorite childhood classic, Hackers. Is that the one with Angelina Jolie? I'm one of those crazy people that will buy the Interstellar 4K Blu-ray Collector's Edition for $70. Yeah, some of you dudes are crazy. Some of you guys are crazy with your collectible discs. Like, you guys will have like 5 copies of the same movie. I'm like, guys, what do you guys really? I mean, that's cool if you guys can swing. Hold on. So if you guys get all these crazy editions, like different variations of the same movie because it's in a different case, but you won't buy a movie on release day, you'll wait till Black Friday? Oh my gosh. You guys are killing me. Some of you guys kill me. How's the transfer so far? So the transfer is a knockout. This is a knockout transfer. Like I said, I would give this like a 9.6. Some scenes I feel like you can tell it's probably been a little bit up-resed, but for the most part, this looks awesome. This is the best Cameron transfer I've seen. I know some of you guys have told me that Titanic and Abyss are equally as good, so I guess I'll have to check those two out. But this is quite the stunner for a movie from 1984. The only other movie that I recall looking maybe equally as good that hasn't had the AI treatment is The Professional with Natalie Portman. That's the only other real classic movie that sticks out in my mind that looks, just as good as it was, shot to date. It's a booklet with concept art and posters, so yes, I will buy it. Listen, I've said this many times. When Cooper goes out into space to go save his daughter, he comes back a couple days later. His daughter is like 85 years old or something like that. She's in her deathbed, and you haven't seen your daughter age like 60 years. She's literally on her deathbed. And all you want to do, and you show up and you see your daughter lying in bed, she's about to die. You go into the hospital room. She's like, Dad, you gave me your word. I knew you would keep your word. I knew my daddy wouldn't lie to me. You're here now. But you go chase your girlfriend that you spent a couple days with on the ship. I haven't seen you for 60 years, but go ahead, Dad. Go chase Anne Hathaway. She's on Mars right now. I think she was on Mars. And he goes, you know what? All right. I know I haven't seen you 60 years your time, but it's only been about 4 days of my time, so I guess it's okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see Anne Hathaway. And then you leave your daughter that you haven't seen in 60 years to go get some booty from Anne Hathaway? After you were caught in this space maze of Tetris? You finally made it back to your daughter you haven't seen in 60 years? That's a good ending? Is that a good ending to you guys? Is that enough to buy a special collector's $70 special collector's 4K Blu-ray? My God, how you gonna drop the ball? That was a great movie. The first 2 acts was great. Third act, the fuck are you thinking, Christopher Nolan? I'm so disappointed in that third act. Every time I do these live streams, I feel like Interstellar comes up, and I go on to one of these rants. Shameful, man. What a shameful ending. Dude, man, I saw that shit in the theater. I was like, hold on. I was like, wait a minute here. This dude's in a Tetris maze in space. God, I saw that shit in opening day too. I saw that movie in opening day. I was so amped up. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, everything was real up until he went to some space maze. Everything was fucking real. Now he's in a fucking space maze. I was like, is this a metaphor for something in his mind, or is he actually in the space maze? But then he goes to see his daughter. She's like 90 years old. He stays there for like 10, no, hold on, he didn't even stay there for 10 minutes. He stayed there for like 3 minutes. And then he left to go see Anne Hathaway on fucking Mars. That shit's ridiculous. What a stupid fucking ending. Jesus Christ. What a dumb fucking ending. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like that. My family's here. Get out, Dad. That's exactly what she fucking said. Well, the dude can't fucking write a fucking ending, man. He just can't fucking do it. Oh my gosh. Indiana Jones 1 to 3 in 4K, don't forget. Yeah. Listen, man. Indiana Jones 3 is like my favorite Indiana Jones. I watched that movie. I watched the Last Crusade a lot because I really like the the Harrison Ford, Sean Connery relationship there. Good. One of the best ones. I know some people don't like it, but I feel like that's the best Indiana Jones movie. I really like that movie. There's so much we still don't know about how black holes work to the point where there was a ton of room for creative liberties. Listen, if that's your excuse for liking that movie, man, more power to you. I thought that was just a bullshit. I thought it was just a bullshit ending. All right. All right, all right. What's this? Hold on. What are you talking about, AA? So, spoiler alert for that hospital scene. No one in that scene looks at Cooper except his daughter. So what are you trying to say? Is there something I missed? AA? You're gonna have to spell it out for me because I'm not thinking straight right now. I've seen the movie so many times. Needs rewatch. I've seen that movie. I've seen this movie so many times. Are you gonna tell me that's he hallucinated that? Was he already dead? Was she already dead? Did he die in the Tetris maze? You're gonna have to explain. You're gonna have to explain your theory. Dolby Vision versus HDR10. What do you think is the best format to watch a film? By the way, Dolby Vision files are bigger compared to HDR10. Dolby Vision files are not always bigger than HDR10. At least not on the Kaleidoscape. So I guess it depends on how you're compressing them. But from my experience, Dolby Vision always looks better. Shane, did you see Gladiator 2? Thought the Atmos sounded incredible. Man, I think I spoke about this earlier before we started the movie here, and Linda Hamilton and Michael Biehn is getting it on right now. They are about to make John Connor. John Connor, leader of the resistance. Hold on, let me watch this part really quick. Was there any extra footage here? Oh, dude, he's got his hand on her. He's covering him up. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, dude, I didn't know she was naked in the movie. Hold on a second here. Yo, I didn't know there was nipples in this movie. Dang, look at that. Good job with this 4K transfer. Slow motion hand grip open. They both were like, I had no idea there were nipples in this movie. Jeez. Good stuff, James Cameron. I mean, let's face it. There's nipples in Avatar. Did you see Gladiator 2? Thought the Atmos sounded incredible. I didn't. I saw it in IMAX, so I didn't see. It in. I didn't see it in Dolby, in the Dolby Cinema. So, but you know what? The bass in the beginning of that movie, where Lucius is right before they prepare for battle. There's so much bass in that scene. I was like, wow. The bass was incredible. It was just like filling up the entire IMAX. It was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to remember this for when this comes out another 2 weeks, because it's probably going to bomb when it comes out another 2 weeks. Neil Hansen, Shane, do you host any home theater meetups at your place? You know, I know a lot of people like. I know a lot of people like the home theater meetups and stuff like that, but for me personally, I feel like having a lot of people in the theater and then like asking people to take their shoes off. I don't know if that's like weird to other guys, but I would be like, listen, you guys got to take your shoes off. That feels a little uncomfortable for me. But then I think I've been in here 1 or 2 times with my shoes on, and it feels weird because the carpet is really plush. And then you sink into it, and I feel like I'm making my carpet dirty. So I feel really uncomfortable in here wearing my shoes. And I would feel uncomfortable asking anybody that was coming here to take their shoes off. I feel that's weird. And also, at the same time, since I am kind of a person on YouTube that people have watched, I feel like I've gotten enough comments that were not always positive, that are sometimes very negative, for me to think about having people come over here now that I know how people's minds work when it comes to me as a person or a person of a different race. I wouldn't know who to trust to come over to my house for a meetup, to know where I live. If my thoughts don't align with theirs, people can get pretty nasty. So for me personally, I know other people do it. I wouldn't do it just for that reason alone, because I wouldn't want people to know where I live and then to try to come and stab me or something like that. So I've had a lot of comments, real negative comments about coming to my house and doing not so nice things to me. So yeah, I would never do meetups at my place unless I'm friends with you and I know you and I've been to your house. Then I would probably let you come to my house, but I wouldn't let strangers come to my house. You got to keep that. I mean, some of these crazy mofos out there, they'll show up with theirs too. So I don't know about all that. I'm conflicted of double dipping Shaun of the Dead with the new 4K being remastered, having Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. Apparently the disc will be 100 gigs. Do you think it will be a big difference? Do I even have Shaun of the Dead? Is there original Shaun of the Dead? I feel like I don't have it if there was one. I mean, if there is 2 versions and one doesn't have Atmos and one does, then I would assume there'd be a pretty sizable difference if it's getting a new audio mix, at least. Less compression too. It would have to make sense to me. Byron B, I did not know there were home theater meetups. Dangerous. Man, yeah, I don't know, dude. I always think when you got a house full of strangers you don't know, it only takes one crazy motherfucker out there, boy. Oh, what do you got? You got a dozen subwoofers? You got this processor? You got how many amps? You got what in your house? I'm going to be friendly to you, but there might be a time you come home and you might be missing some stuff at your house. I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm not as trusting as most people that do these home theater meetups, but I wouldn't have strangers at my house. I mean, would you? I wouldn't have strangers at my house. I don't care if we all have a like-minded hobby, but there's always some crazy motherfuckers out there that just want what you got. They're just jealous of what you got. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't do it. That's why I think it's weird that some of these guys, these YouTube guys, I'm going to use my house as my business to show off gear. Dude, you don't know who the fuck's coming to your house, man. You guys watch the news? It's like, these guys be crazy, man. No. No. We gotta be friends first. Sorry to hear, Shane. Keep it a mate. What? Sorry to hear what? What did I say? What did I say, Andrew? That I wouldn't have meetups at my house? Of all the subs you've experienced, which are your favorites? Which are my favorites? I'll tell you, well, right now, in the theater that I've got, I mean, I've got the video up with the RBH subs. Yes, they're not the most attractive looking subs, but I feel like maybe the most uglier subs are probably the best sounding subs. But right now I've got, I've got all the RBHs. I've got them like, they're on my wall, they're hung on my wall. And then I've got their 21-inch here. And these things just, very clean. I'm sure there are more subwoofers out there that can SPL these RBH subwoofers. In fact, I know there are. But if we're just talking about just a accurate sounding, clean sounding bass response, I've got the extension. I've got the infrasonic extension that I look for, that I hope to feel rather than hear. I've got the upper mid that I can feel, that I can hear. It's very clean. It's very tactile. It's very room filling. Has excellent pressurization. Everything melds together. I've got everything blended so perfectly together in this room. It just sounds like sounds like my screen is a giant subwoofer, because the bass just comes at you. You feel it. It sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. So I think the combination of all of these subs, dialing it in, adding the waveforming together, seat to seat consistency, the best I've heard personally. Could you do it with different subwoofers? Sure, probably. But if you're asking me what are my favorite subs, this right now has the spot as the favorite. Now, if we're just talking about normal people subs, I mean, these are still normal people subs. You'll still get a great experience without having 9 subwoofers in your room. But if we're just like talking one-offs, the KF92, it's like $2,000. It's a little cube, yay big. I still got to do the review for the newer versions. They're like this big. If you want to fill a small to mid-size space with some good infrasonics, I'm talking like 7 hertz for a medium-sized room. It's not gonna like blow out your windows or nothing like that, but you'll feel it. You'll feel the sensation. You'll feel the air. You'll understand what it feels like. It's a $2,000 baby-sized subwoofer, which is just like technologically amazing sounding. $2,000. That sub's awesome. Martin Logan balanced force subwoofers, kick ass. I know they got some new ones coming out. I don't know if they announced them yet or what, but they're coming out. Balance 4 subs. Those things kick ass too. You probably get them on a pretty good deal right now. Same concept as the KF92s, dual opposed subwoofers. So one on each size, one on each side. You could put a dime on top of them, and the enclosure won't even move them. Not much in the realm of infrasonics, but as far as just like tactile, just tight, controlled bass, balance 4 subs. Martin Logan. They don't get enough. They don't get enough respect. Those subs are awesome. They're built awesome. They're heavy as hell, and just a great quality. Next one. I guess if money's no object, you can go with any one of the Ascendo infrasonic subwoofers. Those are going to belt out some just teeth-shattering bass. You can't go wrong with those ones. The cheaper subs, I probably wouldn't buy, personally. I mean, they're good for the money, but there are other options in that price range. But you know, their infra subs are just like very, very good. And then the other sub, if you want to go really cheap and get really good bass, that's Stark SW15. I think it's like $500. Maybe one of the best buys out there. Great low end extension, a little bit sloppy, but if you want to get some infrasonic realm in, you know, a little bit of taste of the bottom end, that'll definitely hit you. But you know, not as much control as the other subs that I mentioned. But for the money, $500. Sometimes I'll get the buy one get one free deal for $500 or $700. That's a good buy as well. So those would be like my picks for memorable subs. I've had a lot of subs. Those are the memorable ones that come to mind. Why have you had a slight disdain for JTR subwoofers over the years? I remember that from past videos, it appeared you take too kindly to them. Oh, it appeared you take too kindly to them. I take kindly to them? Oh, didn't take too kindly to them. I don't. Listen, I have steered many people to JTR subwoofers for their setups. So, listen, if anything, JTR should be thanking me because many people have bought their subs because I've said you should buy their subwoofers. So I don't have a disdain. I don't have a disdain for JTR subwoofers. They're ugly. They're ugly, yeah, they're ugly. But I don't have a disdain for them. Oh, here's a question. How did Youth Man get the new Rendals over the guy who put the company on the map? I gotta send this one. I send that comment to Gene. Oh, I think I had left them. How should I say it? How should I say it? I think I had some comments about the speakers that probably weren't too in their favor, which they didn't like. So listen, sometimes if you say something about a company and they don't like what you say, it doesn't matter if you put them on the map or not. They're just gonna forget about you. This is what it comes down to. And they just sometimes they just don't give the creator, give the person the respect. Hey, what do you want me to tell you? What you want me to tell you? They're good speakers, but it ain't like they're the best speakers. I've said that many times. They ain't like the answer. Look at this, Bill Woolcott in the house. Bill, let me call Bill right now. Bill, I'm gonna call you right now. Prison. All right, give me a second. All right, we got Bill in the house. Listen, if you guys are gonna have some speaker questions, Bill has heard almost all the speakers that I've heard, so I'm going to send him a link. Listen, if you guys want to come on the chat too, you're more than welcome. I will drop a link in the chat, and if you have a iPhone or something, you guys can come and you guys can join too. Click on that link. You click on that link, and you join the chat. By the way, this Terminator looks pretty fucking awesome. What is this? Don't have Google Messenger on your phone. Pair it with the QR code. Jeez Louise. How does this work? Oh, device pairing. QR code scanner. Refresh this page, pair with QR code. Yes. It's done. Bill. Boom. All right. Who's this?
This is Bill. What's
Hey,
up?
that was quick.
Can you even see me?
Oh, hold on a second. How can I hear this? I can like barely hear you.
Oh.
Say something?
Test, siblings, test 1, 2.
Hold on, let me get my headphones. This is the first live stream that I've did without headphones.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Makes sense. So I have put that link in the chat just in case we had any interested subscribers that wanted to come on. Nobody ever takes us up on the offer.
I got a friggin' Christmas tree lit behind me, and it's not casting any light at all. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
now
go.
I just look like dark. I just look like a
Wait,
silhouette. Can you hear me?
well, you should be facing the other. You should have the tree in front of you. There you go.
Oh, snap.
Oh, look at that. You mean light in back of you doesn't illuminate your face?
Yeah, right, shut up. Oh, man. All right, hang on now. I want to close this. If I hit the X, it won't take me out of this chat, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
cool. All right, that's better. So there you go.
There we go. Look
What's
at that.
happening?
There we go. Cheers.
Oh, hang on. I gotta go. Hang on. I gotta get one of my own. I'll be right back.
Cheers.
Enjoy the Christmas tree while I'm getting a beer.
All right. So hurry up and come back so you can. I can take a piss while you entertain the folks. Truck 48. I see you, Bill. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Thoughts? Thoughts on Studio Canal 4K transfer on Escape from New York. Listen, oh, hold on a second. We're just at the end of the Terminator. She's driving away in the Jeep. Look at that. We made it to the end. We made it to the end. Man, this is like the first. This is like the first movie watch along that I've done in a while. Look at that. Successful movie watch. And I did it all under 4 beers. Thoughts on the Escape from New York transfer? Has Studio Canal had any really good transfers? I feel like a lot of these small boutique companies don't always have the best transfers.
All right, go take a piss. Oh,
All right,
hang on. Now we can toast.
Oh, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Did you go see Gladiator 2?
I have not. I haven't seen shit. I just watched Romulus
Oh yeah.
earlier today. At the we're at Kathy's daughter's house for Thanksgiving with the family.
Oh, you talk about Romulus, and then I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Yeah. So Romulus, I didn't realize. Like, I never knew the alien timeline. So I don't know. Good story. And the effects now are so much better than they were back then. I mean, right down to the birth of the alien popping out of the chest. We rewatched the Alien director's cut last night, and it's that thing pops out. It's so laughable the way it runs. It's like skitters across the table. It's like, all right, could that be any more fake? That and the after Ash, the android goes nuts, and they reconnect his head to get some information out of him. It's so obviously a transition from a really bad plastic or rubber model to Ian Holmes' actual head. I think they could have spent a little more money on a couple of those things, but what are you going to do? So, but this guy did I think a pretty good job. But I didn't realize that when you looked up Alien Romulus, they had a timeline and it showed when all the movies actually take place. And the Alien versus Predator are actually the earliest versions of when the alien showed up. So, and then you had the AVP, and then you had Prometheus, then Covenant, and then Alien, and then you had Alien Romulus, and then Aliens. So, and then of course, what was it? The third one, which is actual just garbage. So, but you guys are here to talk about speakers and subs and all that other good shit. Something I've been out of touch with since I left his studio. But man, I went back to the house and saw his new studio, and boy, it is so much better. If you guys can just get a chance to see that firsthand, it's crazy.
I'm coming. I'm on the way.
That's what she said.
Back. Oh, I gotta put my zip up. All right, we got a little. So we had a little. Oh, okay. We were talking about Romulus, right?
Yeah, I was just regaling with the. Have you seen the original Aliens in a long time? The first one?
Probably 2 years ago.
We watched it the other night. Actually, last night, I think. And
you thought it was boring?
There's a couple. What's that?
You thought it was boring?
Not really boring. It's still a good story. I think it still stands up. It's just a couple of the effects are just so cheesy. Like the actual alien itself popping out. Like that was that was really cheesy. And then when the android Ash gets its head torn off, and then they
Yeah.
reconnect it to talk to him. It's like the transition from really crappy rubber model to Ian Holmes' face is so
Yeah.
freaking obvious. It's like, Jesus Christ, you know, how drunk and stoned were you guys when you made that part?
Yeah. Well, I, mean, I guess that was good for back in its day.
I guess,
People,
but man,
people, people really shit on the on Romulus when they brought him back.
why?
I thought it
They
was good. I thought
they
it looked
even
good.
state it's not him. It's just
Yeah.
it's an android line. They brought back one of the androids from that line, like who had gotten killed during the battle they had on the space station.
Yep. Yeah. Rook.
But Rook. It wasn't Ash.
Yeah.
And Rook, I actually found out that Rook was a nod to Bishop from Aliens.
Damn, I didn't think about that. Yeah. Yeah. Bishop and Rook. Damn. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Huh. That's funny. So
Yeah,
what's
if you look up Alien Romulus timeline, they actually have a chart that shows you what movies came, like the whole sequence of when things supposedly happened based on the years in the movies.
yeah. I didn't think I was gonna like the Romulus because I thought they were all like kids, but I guess they are kind of
Right.
like teenagers or something. So I guess
Yeah.
they addressed it. But I thought it was good though. I liked
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I actually like the story. It's they're all it's in the future kind of, and things are all shitty, and these are just a bunch of like disenfranchised younger people who find a way to basically steal a ship to jump to the new world, I guess, wherever things are really happening, and it just kind of turns out badly for them because what they thought was this jump ship turns out to be a research lab.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that girl could probably. I know she's not as tall as Sigourney Weaver. Like she looks like a young girl, but I don't know if she can continue in future sequels and still be tough. But Sigourney Weaver was well, in the first Alien movies. I don't know if Sigourney Weaver was necessarily tough. I don't think she got. I don't think she got tough until the second movie.
No, she didn't get that till the second movie, but
Yeah.
she took her job seriously, like
Yeah.
right from the get go, where she doesn't want to let him back on the ship. She took that job seriously. So, but she also, people back then, just like when we looked at, when we were in the '80s, and we looked at people who graduated from high school in the '50s, and they looked like they was 37 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver was what, like 22 years old when she made that movie, and she looked a
Yeah.
lot older than this girl.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. This girl looks like she's about fucking 16.
yeah, they all look like they're kids.
Yeah.
The curse of getting
But
old.
yeah, but I don't know if she's going to be able to grow into, or if they're going to want her to be the new face like Sigourney was. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
right, the new franchise carrier.
Yeah.
No, if it goes anywhere.
I think they did a good job, with today's movies where they want a lot of female leads. Like, what's that last TV show on Disney Plus? Not Ahsoka,
Oh,
but
what? Not Agatha.
The Acolyte,
Oh, right.
where it's like they wanted them. I don't like, when Disney does it, it feels like they're pushing all the female characters to be the number one focal point of the show.
Say that one more
Where,
time.
with all these Disney shows, they're pushing all these female
Oh, yeah,
shows
yeah.
where it feels like they're pushing the females to be the focal point. Like they try to diminish the dudes. Whereas in this movie, in Romulus, I felt like you didn't notice it. It was like, you didn't obviously. I don't think it was a thing with the original Alien movies or the original franchise of Aliens where Sigourney was the tough female character. You just thought she was a badass character, not a
Yeah,
female character.
you're right.
Whereas in
Her gender had nothing to do with it.
Whereas on these a lot of these new Disney shows, it's like we're gonna push this. I hate to be like female agenda, but it feels like that in
Oh
these
no,
shows.
Kevin Feige has, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but he's caught a lot of shit, especially when Endgame came out, and you see that all the new MCU stars, all the new MCU characters are females.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's like, look, people are saying, look, Disney's bottom line is going to suffer only because it has something to do with the fans don't care about the genders. I don't think, generally speaking, the demographic of people that read comic books and that like this kind of stuff, they don't want to be lectured to. We're not here to support a social agenda. We want a good story. And the thing is, Feige is basically sacrificing story for, Disney's ideology.
I think
Ken Rivera, my favorite subs. I'm a big fan of the Rels. I think Rel has, for the money, some of the cleanest sound, deepest. It's hard to find a better sub for the money. Shane will know more about it, but in my opinion, I think Rel's SVS is great if you have like a big theater or a lot of money to spend. But then again, what was that big one that we brought that you showed me in the house? It was like $30,000. Was that a big Rel? Which one was that you had when I got there? That huge one. Was that an SVS or was it Rel or who was that?
$30,000, dude. I forgot, dude. I've had
When I first came to your house after this last time, and you had that huge one, like that looked like a freaking
Oh yeah, it's here. It's a RBH.
RBH. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still here. Yeah, still
those are cool too. They sound great.
Yeah, still here. Yeah. I mentioned that earlier. With the question he asked. But anyway, Alien Romulus. If you do a good movie and you have a strong female character, and the story is good enough where you don't even notice you're trying to push a female agenda, it just works.
Yeah, it does. Oh, okay. I will say this, and I thought about this when you said that about the gender. The only time it really came into play was in Aliens when it became mother versus mother. When she was trying to get the little girl, and she showed the mother, freaking the queen, what she could do with her flamethrowers or her guns,
Oh
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
had the girl, and she was backing out, and all of a sudden she sees the pods start to open, and she's like, "Oh, you dirty bitch!" And then she lets her have it.
Yeah.
That could only been done mother to mother.
Yeah. Yeah, but that wasn't like something like, they're making women be fucking strong.
No,
That's
it
just,
wasn't like that.
that's just a good character, moment. It's not like,
Oh, one of the best character moments for a strong female was when the Marines are waking up and that chick, the Puerto Rican chick, is doing the chin ups, and
yeah.
Bill Paxton says, "Have you ever been confused for a man?" And she's like, "No, have you?"
That's why they could push that female agenda. Well, I didn't even think it was like pushing female agenda. It was just fucking
Just good
cool
writing.
character. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just writing a good character. Fucking yeah, we don't get that shit nowadays. Now it's like fucking we're gonna push female bullshit. However, I have heard that Wicked is pretty good.
I didn't realize it was a musical.
Come on, dude. Yes, you have. You 100%
No,
have.
I knew the stage play was a musical, but I've read the books and I didn't realize the movie was going to be a musical.
Well, how you gonna fucking make that not a musical in movie form?
Have you read the books? Not everything that comes out. I mean, I didn't realize it wasn't based on the books. The movie was based on the play adaptation. I didn't realize that.
So, I mean, they got Ariana Grande, so I would assume that it was a fucking
Dude,
musical.
I'm almost 60 years old. I didn't even know who the fuck she was. I'm like, who is that? I don't listen to pop music. I listen to friggin' Led Zeppelin and friggin' Black Sabbath and The Clash.
Oh, shit, dude.
The most current thing I do is watch anime.
You know, it's funny. Like you not. So Nancy's mom is here.
Oh,
So she's visiting for the week.
Yeah, then
and
you told me that.
she's the same age as you.
Oh,
But
fuck off.
but she's like, she's like a mom, but she's like,
Dude, could you imagine me having kids? Are you fucking kidding me?
it's like, it's weird though because she's like, doesn't speak a lick of English,
Oh, really?
and she's like loud, like my mom is loud, like going to the grocery store and like looking for shit, but asking
Yeah,
everybody where everything is because I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like,
that sounds funny.
no, it's not.
Yeah, is Nancy at work while this is going on? Or is Nancy hanging out with her mom?
Nah, she's working, so it was just like me and her hanging out. I'm like, come on, dude. I was like, and of course, in that store, my Google Translate didn't have service, so I was like, fuck.
That's funny as shit. Oh man,
Thoughts
I
on
never seen.
RBH 1212, a pair for 2012. Oh, I got the 1212s. Master Legions. Was it Master Legions?
That's sort of. They have cream for those.
Master, Master Legions. That's a good price. Well, hold on. You need an amplifier. You need amps for those. You can't just
Yeah,
yeah. You need amps because they're passive. If I'm not mistaken, mine are passive. I don't know how they're going to send you two of those for 25 with amps. That doesn't seem like a logical thing. Oh, you know what? We had a conversation earlier. I had a rant earlier, rather. We'll get your take
you
on it too.
you rant. Come on now.
I had a slightly drunken rant. So, some guys, one of the guys, is a normal, he's a regular subscriber on the channel. He brought up,
He's got amps, so shut the hell up, Shane.
there you go,
Like you don't
2,500
know that
bucks.
shit.
Do it, get him, tight bass, no
See,
infrasonics.
hey, Master Lesson, you just got to understand that Shane talks down to everyone like they don't know what the hell's going on, like their head is firmly lodged in their asses. So, you got to take that with a grain of salt when he says shit.
Well,
Don't
this
take it
leads us.
personally. He thinks
th-
everybody's stupid.
Well, this leads us into the conversation we're about to have right now. The so AA said he was gonna wait to pick up because we did a watch along of the Terminator 1984, and then he said I'm gonna pick up the Terminator on Black Friday, and I was just like, yo, why would you wait? Why would you wait for Black Friday to pick up a movie to save to save like $4 or $5? I was like, most people I see on the channel leave comments like, it'll be like January, February, and when a new movie comes out. I'm gonna wait till Black Friday to pick it up. I was like, yo, if a new movie came out in January or February, why the fuck would you wait almost a year to buy it
Yeah, right.
just to save a
Just
couple
for
bucks?
a few bucks. What are you, ridiculous? I mean, you might be dead. Jesus, if I could see that far away, I'd invest in some shit.
And then one of the rebuttals was like, well, if you buy 20 movies, you're saving a good chunk of change. But then it's like, yo, the movie came out early in the year, 20 movies didn't come out in the fucking year. It's like during the
If you
course of
buy
that
them as
year.
they come out, you won't have to buy 20 at a time.
Yeah. And then the my rationale was every time now there's a pre-order that comes out for a movie that I'll drop in the chat or something or in the community tab. It's
Yeah.
like, hey man, pre-order for Wicked or Gladiator, 40-50 bucks. Do you remember when we were at Best Buy when movies would come out, they'd be like 20-25 bucks?
Yeah.
That's because people were buying them back then.
Yep.
Now people are waiting for fucking Black Friday. So if you don't buy them when they come out, what happens? People don't want to make them. Companies don't want to make
That
them anymore.
what do you think happened to 3D?
Yeah. Oh my God, 3D discs. If you buy a 3D disc from Japan, like the official ones from the studio, they're $100.
Yeah.
They're like $120. Yeah.
People, they don't understand that shit's expensive to make. So like, oh, or we'll wait till they go on sale, or we'll wait for this and we'll wait for that. It's like, look, man, if you don't support the things that make you happy, The things that make you happy will go away because people don't give a fuck about what makes you happy. They give a fuck about making money.
Yeah.
Pardon my
And it,
French.
yeah, and it's like, I said that shit earlier. I was like, dude, if you guys don't fucking, a lot of these guys are movie fans. A lot of the guys here are movie fans. They're hanging out with me and us, watching
See,
Terminator till 1 in the
you
morning.
you got to do what you got to do what I do. As soon as something comes out, like so I'm a truck driver, so I don't get a chance to see stuff at the movies very often anymore. But as soon as it's available electronically, I buy it and I watch it, and then I end up with nothing to look forward to. But that's my life. See, that's what you got to do. You got to like buy it and watch it as soon as it comes out, and then just kind of like be waiting like a friggin' drug addict for the next thing that comes out.
That's what I'm talking about. Fucking, I
I
mean,
think the
listen,
first thing you should need to do is you need to watch all the movies on that Christopher Nolan thing that we did.
did you? Yeah, I brought that up too. I brought that up earlier. You motherfuckers didn't watch that video, did ya? Because we only got like 4,000 views. Damn you
Oh,
guys.
bunch of fucking disloyal motherfuckers.
I know, again, disloyal bitches out there. We got 43 of them that are fucking loyal. But yeah, man, it's like, it's why stop fucking being cheap. Listen, if you
Right.
can't fucking buy a movie on release day for whatever, it's too late. I feel like it's too late now. Movies are like expensive now. So if it's like 40, $50 now, listen, I wouldn't even fucking buy it for 40, $50. I'm like, okay, you guys screwed yourself out of the $25 4K Blu-ray deals on release day.
Hey
So
Neil, what are you talking about Cobra Kai? I mean, Cobra Kai is excellent, but I don't know if Shane watches Netflix anymore because he's too cool.
I watched it. I don't watch the last season yet. I'm waiting for it to wrap up. How fast things move. You need to watch it when it comes out because you will get left behind with other TV shows like Silo.
Dude,
Things
Silo
move.
is fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I watched the first few episodes. It's tough
It,
because it's a good show, but then I'm like, I don't want to get caught now because I hate the fucking cliffhangers.
and then they cancel them.
Yeah, and then they fucking cancel them, and they look great, and they sound great, and then it's like, you can't wrap up a
Yeah.
story. It's a huge time
No.
suck. I was like, yo, give me a all-in-one 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour movie. Give me a Ridley Scott Napoleon. It could be pure shit, but I'll still watch it because there's a beginning and an end.
Right.
If
It ties
Silo
up.
wraps up, Shrinking is good. Have you seen Shrinking?
I have not seen Shrinking. It's on my list. What I'm waiting for is season 2 of Severance because that is a friggin' mind fuck show. It's so weird.
You know what we're
It's
talking
it's
about?
really great.
We're talking about all these great TV shows because all you guys are waiting till Black Friday to buy your movies, while most of the population are watching streaming shows.
Oh, speaking of good TV shows, all right. So, like I said, I'm into anime. Netflix just came out with season 2 of Arcane, which is a fantastic show. But they also came out with a new one called Pantheon. And if you haven't seen it, it's really good, man. It's very topical. It's kind of talking about okay, so the big thing now is AI. All the conversations about taking over jobs and AI and this and AI that. And this is talking about something that actually we don't really think of because it's too obvious, but it's called human intelligence, basically. And the concept is before they get an AI that's really smart enough to compete with humans, the human brain, a child's brain, develops so quickly, has more connections and more memory power than any computer out there. So they figured, well, why not just figure out a way to load up a human consciousness and do that instead? And so this is kind of exploring that idea, and it's really well done, and the animation is fantastic.
What was that, Netflix?
Yeah, it's called Pantheon.
No, I can't really get into like anime and stuff because I'm almost 50, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, no, it's not like it's more like American animation versus like classic anime. Where things are more sort of stylized.
Oh.
It's kind of like did you see uh,
I feel like I've reached adulthood, so I don't watch anime.
oh, shut the fuck up. Have you seen what the hell is it? Invincible.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's a good show.
It's like the same style as Invincible of the animation.
Why is there a Christmas tree in front of your face?
What's that?
Why is there a
Because
Christmas tree?
I'm in I'm in a dark apartment, trying not to disturb people that are sleeping. They're all tired.
Is it tree time already?
Well, we're not going to be here. We're going to be on the road, so they're doing the Christmas early. They're doing Thanksgiving and Christmas at the same time.
They got kids?
Yeah, she's got like 5 grandkids.
The kids are fucking hating you right now.
What? They're hating me right now?
Yeah.
Why are they hating me?
Because they're like, what the fuck, we got to get her gifts now. All our friends are going to get them in another month. We got to get them now. We're going to have
No, they're
nothing in
little
a
kids,
month,
man.
Mom?
They're little kids. They're going to be like, yeah, we got our gifts first. Fuck you guys.
When all their friends get their gifts in another month, they're going to be like, wait a minute.
We had our shit last month. We get to play with our stuff already.
We getting shit now.
You know, we they had the family coming up from Texas, and then we came up. So the way they do it is every year they hold it at somebody else's house. So it's either Christmas or Thanksgiving, and we go to one daughter's house. Last year we had it at our house. So it's just kind of keep it moving around.
Yeah, how would you feel about having strangers to your house to listen to your audio system?
Hey, if they paid enough. You know, as long as you have somebody, as long as you have, look, not for nothing, you can't trust anybody these days, right? So you got to at least have some sort of security there. Nothing crazy, nothing like overbearing, but just in case, somebody shows up drunk and shit goes sideways, you need to have somebody to, can bounce that shit out the door.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, somebody was like, "Hey, what about the home theater meetups or whatever?" I was like, "I'm not doing that shit. All these crazy motherfuckers out there leaving me. I know where you live, Shane. I'm gonna fucking
Right?
find you." I'm
It's like, have you not
nah,
seen
man.
movies?
Yeah, most
I
of the people,
mean, too many
most of,
psychos out there, man.
most of the people that do these home theater meetups, they're not like an internet. I hate to be like I'm an internet personality, but I have a small internet personality, and
Like your dick.
what's Kathy say about it?
Not that I know.
Well, I was like, well, I got enough presence where I have enough haters where I don't want them to be like pretending to be my friend and then
Yeah.
fucking find out where I live and stab me in my sleep
Dude,
or something.
half the enjoyment of this channel when we first started was like reading all the bad reviews, the friggin' the racist haters that just want to talk shit. It just that made us laugh like no tomorrow. That's some funny shit.
What was bad about that Christmas movie that came out recently with The Rock, Red One?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I liked it. I liked it.
I think that would be a great vehicle for him. I mean, no worse than that friggin' Tooth Fairy movie.
Here's the thing with today's culture, movie culture. Everybody's got a fucking cell phone. Everybody's got a fucking TikTok and a cell phone. I feel like one bad review fucking steamrolls, and then maybe one critic doesn't like it, and then all the internet critics say, "Oh, it's fucking bad," or "The Rock does The Rock," and blah 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 blah. And it doesn't catch steam ever. It gets shit on. Kind of like what happened with Zack Snyder in the Justice League original trilogy with Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. Those are great.
Mm-hmm.
I thought those are fucking great movies. I thought Man of Steel was great. I thought Batman vs Superman was fucking great.
These guys, it's their job. They got to say something. What are you gonna do? Say everything's great? Then nobody will read their shit. So you got to be. I'm not even say discerning because half the time it's just bullshit. They probably love the movie, they have all the fanboy stuff. Yet they got to talk shit about it because it's their job. Hey Neil, so you had 50 people in your meetup group. Not once has it gotten. That's cool, man. I mean, we've had some when you were doing the TV shootouts. Mm-hmm. We met some good influencers from all over the country. It was kind of cool.
Yeah,
but you have to kind of have to hope for the best and expect the worst. I guess kind of like most things in life now.
Yeah, but it's like out of those 50 people, how many have a presence of 100,000 people that possibly watch you, that leave you death threats about you being whatever race you are? I mean, I would like to know the answer to that question. And how does that feel if you get that on a monthly, weekly basis? How would you feel about that at your
Yeah,
50-person meetup?
you guys would be amazed at some of the shit people say to him that are it's just like off the wall. You know, we'd review a speaker and give our honest opinion, and you've seen our reviews. They're not like we don't hate on anything like really bad, and we'd have people just berating us, and especially him. You know, oh, they pay you this, you know what the hell you're listening. It starts off about the review, then it just gets real personal real quick for no freaking reason. So for that reason, yeah, you got to kind of watch meeting people in person.
Yeah, no. Like I see the meetups on like AVS forums or the internet websites and stuff like that. They look cool. Like I would go to one. I wouldn't have you motherfuckers coming to my house. Fuck all that shit, dude. I don't want none of you guys know where the hell I'm living. uh-uh.
Well, that's the thing. If you meet them like that in like public forum, like everybody's going to one of these things, and then you get to know somebody like that, you know, that's different than inviting a
Yeah.
bunch of complete and utter strangers. You know,
Yeah, at your house. Man. Like they do
right?
that they do that shit on the internet, like the forums and all that. They're like, hey, Cleveland meetup or Kansas City meetup, or let's sign in with a our chat group or whatever. I'm like, all
Like
right,
some
cool.
gay ass AV flash mob.
No, he just called you guys gay. Neil, he called you gay. Hold on.
Dude,
You gave me hold on. Let me strike that. Strike that from the book.
wow.
You catching me some shit here. I'm gonna fucking have to edit that part out of this
I meant
4 hour
happy.
stream.
Yeah, sorry, not trying to be. Didn't mean to be socially incorrect. The thought police are going to come for me now.
That's why this is on the other channel. uh,
Yeah, Shane's going to do an autograph session at Best Buy in Trumbull.
yeah. Nah, he says he keeps it private, screen the newbies. Man, I tell you what, if I wanted to kill one of you guys, if I was a psycho YouTuber, I was just like, you know what? They trust me because I'm friendly on YouTube. And I turned out to be
Right, you guys.
turned out to be a Dahmer type.
Right,
You would
what you
never
guys?
fucking know.
Right, what do you guys go to his house and you never come home again because you know you're in his fridge. You don't know. Shane could be a freaking right. Exactly. You guys got to protect yourself against him too.
That's an interesting cereal bowl you got with your Fruit Loops in.
Yeah, right. Like, why does it
Yeah.
look like a really human skull? Oh, I
Yeah.
got a good deal. I got a good deal on Timo.
It was Halloween time, guys.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, when you guys, Neil, you start up your channel and wait for the hate comments to come in. You will change your mind. You'll change your mind, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that's why I always came on Shane's as a guest and never did my own thing because it's like I don't need that kind of headache.
Yeah, let go of that shit, dude. What do you? Oh, he must have. He must have got to the other part there.
The beer's kicking in. Shane's such a lightweight. The beer kicks in when he opens the bottle cap.
Dude, this is like the first multiple beer session I've had in three since you've been here. How many months ago was that? 3 months?
August.
June,
So
July,
whatever that is.
June, July, August, September, October. 6 months? 6 months. Yeah, I was all right. Damn, you came here 6 months ago? I felt like it was 3 months ago.
It was the beginning of August.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, I had one beer at Nancy's birthday last week, but this is the first time I've drank more than one beer since you've been here.
Well, what your waistline was getting out of control according to you, so you got to watch your girlish figure.
I'm going starting December 1st and going back on the meat diet, the carnivore diet.
Yeah, you might want to watch the phrasing on that one there, buddy.
We go carnivore diet. How many people in the chat are on a carnivore diet or have tried the carnivore diet?
I'm doing keto right now. I've lost 15 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You get on that carnivore shit, dude. Listen, I was trying to try that shit every other month. I feel like doing it last month helped me control my hunger wants rather than addressing my
Did you say your
needs.
hooker wants or your hunger wants? Sorry, I just
Somebody had
Peruvian food.
somebody's had one
Nancy
somebody's
doesn't
had
make any Peruvian food.
somebody's had one too many Coronas.
Keto Corona. That's correct, Ken. I don't actually eat the lime. I just drink the beer.
What was the question here? Peruvian food. You eating lomo saltado for Thanksgiving? Oh, my bad. I meant to hit me.
Dude, you're cutting out.
No, I turned it because I had a cough. I was trying to be respectful.
Oh,
No, we're not having a Thanksgiving. We're not having a Peruvian Thanksgiving. How'd you know? Did we say that? Did we talk about Peruvian? Did we say Nancy was Peruvian?
we did not, but you might have said it earlier about her mom.
Oh, maybe.
Like her mom was visiting from Peru.
Possibly.
See, no, he just gave it away. He's actually monitoring you right now.
He's one of the guys.
He's
Master
one of the
Legions.
guys.
Master Legions, you're one of the guys.
He works
You
for the
ain't co-
government.
Master Legions, you ain't coming to my house, bro. I'm gonna end up as your cereal bowl.
With a lampshade.
You know what's coming out 4K Blu-ray is 7.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Talk about one of the only movies that almost made me toss my cookies in the theater. We had just come from dinner, like me and my girlfriend at the time. We went to dinner, had a real nice dinner, and then we went and sat in a theater packed with people. It was hot. And then you see this big fat motherfucker over a plate of spaghetti, and I was like, oh, not good.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I hope it looks as good as this Terminator looks. I still watch that movie. It's weird to watch that movie multiple times because you wouldn't think you would watch it multiple times, but it's a good movie. You know what I mean?
That and Copycat. I really like Copycat too. The Sigourney Weaver, where she's a shut in.
You talking about Sigourney Weaver again?
Yeah,
I don't
you
think I've
know,
seen that movie.
although
Copycat.
Copycat, you've seen that. Come on.
7 was hard to watch in the cinema for sure. Was it hard to watch? I thought it was fucking awesome to watch. Would you say B and W? Oh, black and white. I think
Black
it's
and
about
white
speakers.
4K movies. I mean, yeah, it's just not about the color. It's about the clarity and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's the sharpness and clarity. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, look at Schindler's List. That wasn't black and white. That was a modern movie.
Was it black and white? Schindler's List
I
was black and
believe
white?
so. I think so. I think it was.
Yeah, I guess so. I think I only saw it like once or twice. Not a movie I'd watch multiple times.
You know what movie I always thought would be good in black and white is Saving Private Ryan. That would have been really, really crazy as a black and white war movie from like it would have looked just like the 40s.
Fuck that shit. Dude. I see in color. I don't see in black and white. All right. That's why I get crazy with Fury Road, black and white edition. I'm like, Godzilla, black and white edition. I'm like, what? I ain't trying to see that shit in black and white. Nah, man. Nah. You gonna take away the color? All of a sudden, you gonna take the color out of my eyeballs? I can't see nothing but black and white now? Nope.
Oh, just stop. Black and white
Nope.
enhances some things, man.
That's like all of a sudden you wake up one morning, you see them black and white. You're like, my God, my life is artistic now. I can see them black and white. Fuck you. These pretentious movie collectors out there. Fuck you. Go save your $5 on Black Friday and watch your black and white movies.
Wow, you're such a heathen. No artistic sense. Fifth Element black and white. That actually sounds pretty cool.
Fifth Element, black and white. Aquaman, black and white. The Lion King, black and white.
The Exorcist in black and white.
I wouldn't watch that shit anyways.
Pussy.
Pleasantville? Pleasantville started off in black and white, right?
Right. Pleasantville gets color when they discover things.
Yeah, see, there we go. I only saw that movie like once, so maybe there might be a hidden message that Ken's trying to give us. Don't bring up Toby. Yeah, fuck all that black and white shit. People get so amped up about, oh, they're gonna do a Fury Road or Furiosa black and white edition? Huh.
Seven Samurai was awesome. Yeah,
that's black and white anyways.
Argue with Kurosawa, motherfucker. Go ahead.
Was there a color version of it? No.
Doesn't need to be.
Because it was originally in black and white. If there was not a color version, I wouldn't start off with the color version then go black and white. I'm like, oh, well, the black and white's better. Fuck that.
Friggin' horror movies in black and white, man. Come on.
That's like drinking Kool-Aid and sugar. And then all of a sudden, you know what? Then the sugar-free version of Kool-Aid is fucking better.
Yeah. Change black and white Kool-Aid. Hey, there you go.
Chainsaw Massacre seems good for black and white edition.
Nah, because you'd lose the blood. You'd lose the impact of the blood. House of a Thousand Corpses in black and white, on the other hand.
Yeah, okay. Did you see that Terrifier 3? Wait, did you see any of the Terrifiers?
I started watching, I think I watched one by accident, because I was like, what the fuck is this? I turned it on, and I was like, Jesus Christ. But then I just was talking to the people we're staying with here, Kathy's son-in-law, and he was saying, yeah, they just watched the third one. He said, you got to start with All Hallows Eve, because it's like 3 short films, and that's where it starts. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to go back to the beginning and watch that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not a big slasher fan.
Yeah.
I like jump scares. I like supernatural. Dude, where's my car? Black and white. Where's my car, dude? Not funny, dude.
People are hating on Ashton Kutcher right now because I guess he was friends with Diddy.
Oh. Well.
So, you're a celebrity. You probably run across Diddy at some point in time.
Ashton Kutcher, Diddy, and Danny Masterson all kind of hung out together.
That makes sense. He's like, man, I got married to...
Dude, The Omen in black and white would be awesome.
Why?
And martial arts, I think like Ip Man, all the Ip Man movies in black and white would be cool as hell too. Those are some of my favorites.
Yeah. Okay. If you had a family album since you were from birth till now,
right?
Would you say? I think all of these would be better in black and white.
Well, no, it's different because there you're not looking for dramatic, impact. You're looking for actual representation of your family members, your loved ones. So you want to be able to see them in color, so you remember them, as they were.
You don't want to remember a movie in color?
You can remember it in color, but sometimes certain things don't have as much dramatic impact when they're in color because color is can be very sort of distracting from what's actually being said.
All right, so if all your family photos from birth till now were in color, you don't think one of those in black and white would be like, oh, this is striking. This photo that I've seen for the past 38 years, striking in black and white.
Yes, and what you would do at that point? You would take a picture of it with an Apple camera, and they would render it in black and white for you. You could see how it would look
I'm
because
gonna throw.
Apple does that shit.
I'm gonna throw away this color version of it. I'm gonna keep the black and white version.
Have
That's the
another
one
beer.
that's the one that's better.
I haven't seen season 2 of Rings of Power yet. It's on my list. I was watching. I need to see Wheel of Time season 2 yet.
I started watching the first. I saw the first 2 or 3 episodes of Rings of Power, season 1. I was like, this show is shit, and I never went back to it. Just never went back to it.
What I'm waiting for is so if you like the Rings of Power, if you like the Wheel of Time, Brandon Sanderson has a series out called the Stormlight Archives, and book 5 of that is coming out on December 6th.
What?
So, just letting anybody out that's a Brandon Sanderson fan know that the Stormlight Archives 5th book is coming out on December 6th.
I have no idea what that is. Is that a show?
Because if you don't read, you illiterate fuck.
Hell no, I don't fucking read. You think all these dudes in the chat right here read?
Dude, if anything ever happened to your eyes, you'd be so screwed because you'd have no form of entertainment whatsoever. Other than playing with yourself.
Oh, we got a reader. We got a reader here.
I knew I'd count on you, Ken.
I love Brandon
All right,
Sanderson.
hang on. I gotta get another beer. Hang on a minute. Enjoy the Christmas tree.
Look at that. Christmas time. How many of you guys have got your Christmas trees up now? And do you have a real Christmas tree? All right, he's got the mic against the floor. Shawscope box sets. What's this about? Is this one of the Black Friday deals? Oh shit! Here we go. I can't even say anything without reverberating. Reverberation on the chair he's sitting on. The Lions game was awesome. Are we talking about football? I don't watch football. I watch basketball though. That's a lie. I haven't watched basketball since Kobe left. Do we got any basketball fans here? The tree looks retro. See that, man? I can't even talk. Here we go. There's some Christopher Nolan music. I was playing some Christmas tree music.
That was Christmas tree music?
Books by Neville DeVille. Oh, my bad. Books by Nelson DeMille.
Books by Nelson DeMille. Looks like a decent beatable. The Suns. Are you a Durant fan? Who's going to bring in basketball and sports into this conversation? Because you can just get the fuck out.
somebody's talking about football. I said no football, basketball. But then I said I stopped watching basketball since Kobe left. Because let's
Kobe.
face it, basketball sucks nowadays. Like you can't even touch anybody without getting called a foul. So it's like it's not even the point of watching. All they do is shoot the basketball. They don't like touch each other.
You know why? Because you got a whole generation of people who know how to play basketball by playing video games. Like the same thing with
Yeah.
football. Ass.
Which a fucking pussies. This generation is a bunch of pussies.
Spoken like an old bastard.
Oh shoot!
Shane can't hold his
You still
alcohol.
Uh oh.
I used to read my Xbox magazines front to back too until the letters got too small for me to read. With my glasses.
Hold on a second. Oh, mic came up. Okay, there we go. You hear me?
I can hear you. What did you drop?
The little audio thing. Shane started it. Okay. Yeah, basketball sucks nowadays. I don't even watch that shit no more. I don't watch basketball unless Tom Brady's in it. You know.
Sigmund, you stopped watching Tom Brady left football?
No,
I'm a New England fan, but man, it's hard to watch the shit pile they've become.
I want
But
to
it
see if
happens all
anybody.
the time. So eventually it just turns back to shit again. You know, midnight
I'll,
strikes and the world turns into a pumpkin.
I only watch basketball if the Kansas City Chiefs are playing and Taylor Swift is in the crowd.
I believe Shane is slightly confused. Oh, speaking of which, okay, we want to mixing things, right? Freaking Travis Kelce on that friggin' FX show, Grotesquely. It's like, dude, come on. No wonder you're playing so shitty this year.
Oh, he's got a TV show?
He's got into everything now. He's doing this and doing that, and he's like, oh, I guess I have to play football at some point today.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
mean,
dude,
he can.
just shut the fuck up and play football, you dumb bastard.
I mean, he can. I hope he knows that he's only this popular because of who he's dating. Like,
Of course.
the fuck cares about?
Okay,
What's his name again? Travis Kelce?
to a point, but who the fuck, if he wasn't dating her, no one would even know his fucking name. Because
I know, right?
what on Kansas City Chiefs that everybody cares about is Mahomes.
Nobody gives a fuck about that. If you're not down, if you're not a fucking Swiftie, we don't care about you. You ain't a fucking Swiftie. You're fucking gotta represent. Next time you come down, the next speaker review we'll do is we'll just use all Taylor Swift songs.
There you go. I really like this figure because it makes Taylor sound really real. You know, because the story is so. It really speaks to me because it's kind of like my story.
If we can get Swifties as our fans, oh my god, we would be fucking unstoppable. We'd be unstoppable.
Subscribers would go through the roof.
They'd be like, wait a minute, Bowers and Wilkins. What are Bowers and Wilkins? But if they sound good with Taylor Swift, maybe we can buy them.
Dude, can you imagine?
They would love us. They would love us. Bowers and Wilkins would love us.
Oh, dude, come on. You'd be like they'd be inviting you over for Christmas and shit. The Macintosh would ask you to move in.
Taylor Swift sounds good with what kind of equipment? Macintosh? Maybe we need some of this Macintosh.
There you go. You want to know how Taylor Swift really sounds like true true Taylor Swift sound the way she's meant to be heard, you gotta have these speakers and this amplification system, and that's it.
Oh,
Taylor,
we're gonna say that next time you come down. We're saying that the only 34 people in this chat that watched that video would be like, "Oh my god, I remember when these fucking guys said that shit." This is not a real, true representation of this review. They were just fucking around, and we saw it, so we know they're fucking lying.
well, we are some lying motherfuckers. So we're gonna do.
Oh come on, Taylor Swift sounds best on mute. She got some good songs. Come on now, you got a couple of good songs.
Might say what you want to say. You gotta give credit where credit's due. The girl's got talent.
Listen, you don't become a fucking billionaire if you don't have any kind of fucking talent.
You can't fool that many people if you got a shitty voice.
Yeah.
All right, Bob Dylan did it, but because he had good, at least he wrote good songs.
Oh my gosh. Bob Dylan's got some good songs, but I mean, they got a fucking movie about him now with Timothy Chalamet. But he ain't the fucking best singer. He ain't exactly a good singer.
I've been accused of being a good singer. That's for damn sure.
When the fuck can we get away from Timothy Chalamet? Huh? When is this fucking ride gonna end?
What's that?
When are we gonna get away from Timothy Chalamet?
Dude, come on, man. That's it.
Guy.
This is the time of the Chalamet.
This guy.
Here's the thing, though. Fuck, the kid can act.
He's a good actor. You can't lie about that. He's a good actor, but he's the fucking Naksuna Cow. What's it called? Naksun Cow in Dune.
Yeah.
Is that his nickname?
Oh, no.
Naksun Cow in fucking Dune.
He's the
fucking Naksun Cow.
No.
Are you supposed to be a fucking leader?
God damn it. The Kwisatz Haderach.
Well, he got like fucking 6 nicknames in the fucking movie. I'm the Kwisatz Haderach, Naksun Cow. He's supposed to be like leading a group of fucking space pirates. He looked like he's about 12 years old.
Well, you know.
With peach fuzz on his face. He stood up in a group of like 1,000 people in a cave.
And said, I'm the perfect one here. I'll fuck you all. Not one man.
Yeah, challenge me, not one man here can fucking take me. I was like, what the? I was like, what? Who are you? Who wrote this fucking script with this boy in fucking charge? I was like, yo, that shit don't make sense, dude.
Yeah, you know what? You got like the sound there. It's the same thing. If you remember Jude Law, at one point, like, Jude Law was in everything you saw. Like, oh, Jude Law. Oh, Jude Law. Oh, Jude Law. And at some point, somebody, I think it was it Seth MacFarlane? Somebody made fun of it at the Academy Awards. And pretty soon, you didn't see Jude Law in anything anymore.
He's slowly coming back.
He is, but
Skeleton Crew. He was in something recently I just saw.
I mean, I like the guy. I think he's decent actor.
Captain Avenger.
He just saturated shit.
He was in Captain Avenger. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. Yeah.
He's making a little comeback. He's making a little renaissance.
Thing is, Chalamet can act, and it's not like, it's why people used to watch Johnny Depp. When people went to see Johnny Depp, it was, that dude had, like, he just became whatever he was portraying. It wasn't like watching, like, Brad Pitt. When you watch Brad Pitt, you're watching Brad Pitt play this, or you're watching Brad Pitt play that, versus watching a character come to life because this actor disappears.
Yeah, but you see Johnny Depp kind of look like a man. You know what I mean? He looked like a man, like an adult. Brad Pitt always looked like kind of like an adult. Timothy
You said
Chalamet.
it.
Timothy Chalamet looks like a preteen still.
You're getting old.
Huh?
It's because you're getting old. All the young people look too young to you.
Timothy Chalamet does not look like a grown up. Nah, he don't look like that. And he's playing what the fuck were we talking? Who's that singer we were just talking about?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. You can tell me he looks like Bob Dylan?
He will make it knowing him. Yeah, I saw that. Trap is very far fetched, but it has some good tension in it.
What was that?
Trap with Josh Hart in it.
He's making a comeback. Josh Hartnett is making a comeback. He was in Oppenheimer. He's leading Trap.
What was he in Oppenheimer? Oh, that's right. He played. Yeah, I remember. He played that other professor. Right.
Yep. He was in that Amazon movie with Kevin Hart last year.
Don't know it.
Heart to Heart, or something,
Oh,
or maybe
yeah.
maybe it's Heart to Heart or something like that. Yeah, but he's making he's making some moves. He's coming back a little bit. Josh Hartnett.
Legend of Drunken Master. Where the hell is that coming from?
Oh no, Jackie Chan.
You know, it's like, have we seen? And then it talked about like out of nowhere, non sequitur. Legend of Drunken Master. Yeah, possibly Jackie Chan's best movie.
Oh,
And possibly Jackie Chan's worst movie was the remake of The Karate Kid.
they got a multiverse movie coming out now. He is going to be in the movie with Ralph Macchio in a new Karate Kid movie.
Get out of town.
Yeah. And they got a new Karate Kid, some unknown Asian kid.
Hey, this whole multiverse thing has been a blessing and a curse because now it's going to allow a bunch of fucking yahoos to do mashups of movies.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're fucking doing. Well, I don't think he played Mr. Miyagi in the reboot. I think he was just some other guy, right? Mr. Lee or something like that.
He played basically the same character that Miyagi played. He was the superintendent, the handyman
Yeah.
at the apartment building.
But he wasn't Mr. Miyagi though.
I don't know if he had the same name or not. I don't know. I only watched it like one time, and like the Smith kid just sucked. Hated him.
He's well, they're coming together. I think they've already filmed it.
Well, as long as they don't try to remake friggin' Big Trouble in Little China, no one's gonna get hurt. But as soon as they start talking about that shit, I'm coming to Hollywood like Jay and Silent Bob. Friggin', I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
He came out with it. Kevin Smith came out with that new '80s movie.
John Carpenter movies alone. Because the last time they got remade, Rob Zombie thought he could do a better job than John Carpenter. And John Carpenter called him a piece of shit.
No, he made the Munsters movie. You didn't see that, did you?
Rob Zombie made a Monsters movie?
Yeah, the Munsters, the TV show. He made the Munsters movie.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't like a Rob Zombie Munsters movie that you would think it would be. Like a dark monsters movie. It was like he tried to redo the camp and everything in color.
Right.
Like humor.
And the Monsters was best done in black and white. So shut the fuck up, Shane.
No, if he would have done it in color, but made it not like a Scooby-Doo TV show, it probably would have been good. But he made it like a Scooby-Doo TV show. Just not as good as a Scooby-Doo TV show. It was probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I wouldn't have wasted the time to see it. That's money.
is one of the worst fucking movies you could ever fucking watch. It just didn't fucking make sense. It was just bad. Yeah, so God, the Monsters remake was awful. It was so. It didn't even get 4K. It was like straight up 1080p. Really fucking bad.
I'll tell you something. The thing that I've been excited about recently that I heard about, and I think we talked about this, was the John Carter of Mars films getting actual remade.
There's only one.
Well, no, it was one. It was supposed to be a whole series because the Edgar Rice Burroughs. I think that's got like a 6 or 7 novel series, but for some reason it wasn't marketed correctly. The movie itself was great. I mean, great effects, decent acting.
Yeah,
But
I thought it was good. I never read
yeah,
the books, so I thought it was good.
I read the books and I thought they did a great job of keeping true to the story.
It
I
was.
think they gave they had zero promotion for that movie, like nothing.
Well, I saw it in. I had the 3D. I think I have the 3D still somewhere.
You and I watched it last time I was there.
John Carter?
Yeah,
Not the last time you were here.
the last time I was there.
John Carter?
John Carter of Mars. We watched it, not in 3D, but we watched it.
Was I asleep?
No, you were getting your beard. I think that was right behind me.
With Tyler.
Ken Rivera, classic John Carpenter. They lived. I came here to do two things: kick ass and chew bubblegum. I'm fresh out of bubblegum. Rowdy Piper's best line ever.
Oh yeah, it's an oldie. That's an oldie. Let me take one more leak before we log off here.
All right.
Entertain Master Legions.
Matt. Dumpster fire at Disney. Yeah, you got that right.
Fucking Disney. Skeleton Crew looks good. I gotta admit that.
Will make you sleep. No, John Carter will make you freaking pay attention. That's a great friggin' movie. They did a great job with the story. If that movie makes you sleep, then I don't know. I don't know if you need for friggin' to get you to watch a movie. But opinions will differ. Get Carter. That movie was the worst fucking abomination. Oh my god, that movie sucked. Friggin' Stallone. Ugh, the worst. Man, not a fan of a lot of Stallone movies. Mega Man. Okay, Street Fighter movie titles. Yeah, they tried to do a Street Fighter. It's just so hard to do a good video game to movie, translation. The Thing 4K, Chuck. Yeah, The Thing, man. That's another one. Phenomenal movie. No, I haven't seen Tulsa King. I mean, I think some of his stuff, and that's a TV show, not a movie. So, um, hey, happy Thanksgiving, Chuck. Back at you. Nah, look, come on. You can't watch all these friggin' Stallone movies and tell me that guy is a great actor. Rocky, phenomenal. That's the role of his lifetime. And even in the sequels, he does a good job at playing that guy in different times. He played a great young Rocky. He plays a great older Rocky. But a lot of other stuff he did not do so well. So, and I think Get Carter wasn't so much his acting; it was just a shitty fucking movie. A bad script, bad writing, bad idea. Kane, what, Solomon Kane, Mutiny. All things are right, but again, you know what? fucking Sopranos.
Hold on, you
And
saw the Penguin?
the Penguin is phenomenal.
Yeah, great. Oh shit.
That is one of Colin's best movies. I mean, best
Shows.
things ever done. Because
Performances?
performances. Thank you. You don't even know what's happening. The makeup is phenomenal. The writing is great. I mean, that's one of those lightning in a bottle stories.
They're talking about
Kind
doing
of
a
like
joke. They're talking
Ted
about doing a
Lasso,
Joker show.
a Joker show with who is the Joker
The guy that was in the movie.
guy that was in the movie.
Guy from Saltburn?
Not friggin' not whatever his name is, Joaquin.
Oh. Oh, did you see Joker 2?
You couldn't pay me to see Joker 2.
Wait, so you didn't see it though?
Don't want to see it, ain't gonna see it.
You gotta watch it. It's a fucking
No,
good
I
movie.
don't. No,
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
it's not a good movie.
It's a
You
good
hate it
movie.
big
No,
time.
I didn't hate it. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
I got your texts. I can
Well,
send.
well, that's the first text I gave after I saw the movie. I saw it 5 other times afterwards. It's a good movie.
What kind of fucking idiot says I hate something and then watched it 5 other times? What are you,
Because
massacre?
I went in reading the comments and watching the reviews first. So I had a preconceived idea of what was going to happen. And then I watched it again. I was like, oh, this is what happens in it. I was like, okay. I said, now I'm grasping the concept of it. And I was like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense what it was about. And then I was like, okay, it's a good movie. It's a fucking good movie.
Well, I guess we're all entitled to our opinions.
Well, you haven't even fucking seen it, so you ain't even got a fucking opinion. So you gotta see it.
Blow me.
You, you gotta fucking see it.
I ain't gonna do nothing except die in
Neil
pits.
Neil Hansen, I'm fucking Asian, dude. All right, fucking squinting all the time.
The racist fucking thing to say, Neil.
You know what, Neil Hansen? You want to know why I don't have fucking meetups?
Hey,
Because of
hey, Neil.
comments like that.
Hey, Neil, when you smoke a bowl with your buddies, you turn and say, "Let's get Chinese rice."
Watch fucking Joker. How many people like Joker in the chat? This is like half the guys have dropped off. How many guys have watched Joker? Did you guys like Joker? Joker 2. Joker 2.
How many of you loose smelling motherfuckers like Joker 2?
Joker 2 was a good movie. Listen, if you didn't like fucking Joker 2, you're one of those motherfuckers that buys movies on Black Friday, okay? Sorry. I'm telling you how it is.
Oh my god!
Who the fuck's talking about Sandra Bullock?
Right, where the hell did that come from?
I have no idea. I have no idea who's talking about Sandra Bullock.
Love Potion number 9. Yeah, the first time you see her looking hot.
The love potion number 9. Wait, what are you guys making for Thanksgiving tomorrow? No, for real. Listen, everybody that comes over here, I try to get them to watch Joker 2. I really fucking like that movie. I do like that movie.
What movie?
Joker 2.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
He's just trying to.
I've had several streams where I've said Joker 2 is a good movie.
He is lying.
Neil Hansen.
I can show you the friggin' text where he was like saying, "Oh,
Well,
fucking."
that's the stream. I tell you the stream why I said it was a good movie. It's on record. It's on record where I said it was a good movie. And those that didn't like it can go fuck themselves because they don't know what a good movie is.
Well, I know what a good movie isn't, and it's not going to see a movie like that to see him and friggin' Lady Gaga stroking each other, singing.
They barely had time together in the movie.
Concrete can. I want to see Concrete myself, actually.
Candy Rivera, I have seen Conclave. As a matter of fact, I just watched it last night.
How was it?
Well, I can't like Joker 2 and Conclave. Is there? I fucking can't like both. Ken Rivera. Oh, my bad. Ken Rivera, are you somebody that waits for Black Friday to buy your movie? I feel
Ken,
like maybe Ken.
don't let him bully you like that. You stand up for yourself now.
Listen,
Down
I
with
drop.
it.
I Ken. I dropped the link in the chat here, man. If you want to come and battle me about why Joker 2 is fucking awesome or not awesome, it's in the chat. You got a fucking iPhone. I know you do. If you're buying your movie on Black Friday, I know you got an iPhone. Click on that link. Join in the chat. Join me and Bill. It's not nobody ever wants to take us up on the offer and come in live on the chat. They'll talk shit in the chat, but they never want to come live.
I don't want to come talk to you on live.
My hair ain't done. My hair is
Especially now since you told me that you changed your mind and you actually like Joker 2 now. Fuck you.
It's a good one. Wait, when next time you come in, actually, you know what? Don't watch it until you watch it here.
Oh yeah, I won't. And then I'm gonna fucking heckle you the whole time we're watching it.
No, you gotta fucking, you gotta be like, oh shit, I fucking lie.
What's that?
Oh, here we go. I gave you the invitation, Ken Rivera. He said he spent. You know, the funny thing is, I spent $75 on Laserdisc the day it came out too.
Laser.
I spent fortunes on my I spent fortunes on my library too, but now I just get them for free.
He just friggin' steals that shit from Kaleidoscape.
Knuckle Escape just gives me that shit for free.
Yeah, I need another $1,000 in movie time.
Master Legions could come on too. Come on, Master Legions. Come on. You always leave me fucking comments. Actually, Master Legions always leaves you positive and negative comments. I've been around for the negative ones. Don't act like I haven't read a Master Legions.
If you made fun of my fucking tag the whole night, I'd fucking be sending you hate mail too, you bastard.
I know all your fucking names, man. What? Come on, man. What the? Ken Rivera. Ken Rivera. Fucking click on the link on your iPhone. It works on Android too.
Thing about balancing his Joker to a content.
You know,
Do any
it's tough. It's tough to do these live streams or just talk about movies with people in general in this YouTube space, because nobody in the YouTube's fucking world that reviews equipment watches movies. Fucking nobody does. It's the fucking weirdest things. Did you watch the movie? No, I didn't watch. I didn't watch the movie, but I will give you a review on some speakers or a receiver on what sounds good on it. I just don't watch movies. I don't have time to because I'm too busy reviewing receivers and speakers. But I can't watch movies in my home theater. I'm going to give you home theater advice. I just don't have time to watch movies. All these motherfuckers are the same way. They're all the fucking same way.
This is a great movie.
Well, I think it's always me by my. If I'm talking about movies, it's usually me by myself talking about movies because no other YouTuber fucking watches movies.
What is your guy's all-time favorite you can watch time and time again? Well, Blues Brothers is one of my favorites. When I had my knee surgery, I watched it at least once a day because that shit is funny. But
What?
it's kind of outdated now. Jesus, Shawshank Redemption. The Thing, the original Thing was the John Carpenter thing. I watched that. I got that on freaking speed dial. And then I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so all the Harry Potter movies, all the Lord of the Ring movies. I don't know. I don't try to do that mental thing where you limit yourself to one because why the fuck would you do that?
You know what's good is Soul Man, that SNL performance with Dan Aykroyd
Yeah,
and Jim Belushi.
when they actually come on as the musical guest for that show.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
awesome.
When he does the dance. I watched that. I watched it not that long ago. Like last month, I watched it again. I was like, damn, see, Dan Aykroyd is just fucking getting busy on this fucking song. He's just like doing that shit with his dance. I was like, yeah, he fucking good.
Dude,
Now,
when John Belushi dances at the back of the church in the movie, when they go to see the brother Cleotis, man, he's just getting it. He's just getting down.
he had he says the older I get, movies are like a sedative to me. I pop it in and I'm out. I was thinking about that today because
I can do that too. Yes, I put it on just so I can go to sleep to it. Harry Potter movies.
no, I was thinking because well, I didn't rant. Nancy was sick today, and then her mom was here, and then we did the dishes. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what I did. And I just like ran to the bedroom and I jumped on the bed, and then I laid down for a second. I was just like, should a 50-year-old guy be running through the kitchen, jumping on the bed?
Ken Rivera going south, man. John Belushi badges. We don't need those thinking badges. That movie is fucking hilarious.
Eh?
Eh?
I don't know, dude. I feel like I'm too young for my age.
Aren't we all? Wait till you get to be like almost 60. You
It's
know,
only 10. It's only 10 years, dude.
yeah, I know. I'm saying like, but inside you feel like, what the fuck happened, man? I feel like I can still do all that same shit. Come on, let's stay up till midnight. Let's stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning and drink. Joe
Anyway,
Pesci's Joe Pesci's first big movie was as the plumber would ride around with Ronnie Dangerfield getting stoned with the wedding cake.
Ridley Cinema. Every time I add a 4K to my collection, I make sure to see if you have a review of it. I have a playlist of around 70 of your 4K reviews. Dang. That's what I'm talking about. We got some fans up in here. Hold on, let me give him the applause. Is that for me and Taylor Swift?
Maybe a split in the
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
The best movies to watch are Step Brothers,
Oh, dude, Step Brothers.
Anchorman, Zoolander. I think that's it for me. I think I'm tapped out.
Hilarious.
I'm tapped out. Ain't none of them got Dolby Atmos or surround sound. That's just three that I'll watch. Did we just become best friends? Yep.
The bunk bed scene. Oh my god, that shit was fucking. I was pretty impressed with that. Godzilla 2000. All right, that's it. You're out of the chat. Matthew Broderick loving motherfucker.
If it ain't got repeatable, memorable lines, I ain't fucking. I don't
No.
remember that shit.
Speaking of Blazing Saddles,
I built my own theater room just to get away from all the downsides of the theater. High prices, incompetent staff, and above all else, rude patrons. Best movie ever made.
Matthew Karate. Yes.
While I appreciate the very recent comments from Ridley Cinema, I must say, not going on a rant like I did from all the Black Friday buyers out there. You should probably still go to the movies. You should still be a patron of your local cinema. What am I wrong? Am I right or wrong?
I mean, you got to again, if you want to be able to see things in the movies, you got to go see the movies.
Yeah. Well, I get why you would do that, but
Absolutely.
do that for your second and subsequent viewings. But
Absolutely.
for your first viewing, try to do it at the cinema. Maybe not at your local one. Maybe at a different one, where they have better patrons and food and amenities.
Dude,
Because
I'm going to tell everybody if you have an Alamo Draft Cinema
yep,
anywhere by you, go. Like cool crowds, great service, good food, good beers. And yeah, that's one of the best theaters I've been to in a long time. I live in Springfield, Missouri. And man, that's my go to right there.
you know what I think now at this point in my stage, I don't think it's the theatrical sound and vision that makes the experience. If you can go in that first weekend and it's a good movie and there's people there and you can get yourself a comfortable seat, get yourself some good snacks. If you have a participating crowd where everybody's amped up to watch the movie and they clap when they clap, you guys laugh when you laugh, it's a communal experience that you're
Yeah.
just not going to get by yourself. And that supersedes the AV experience. It's the overall communal experience that makes it
Man,
a memorable experience.
right.
And then the second time you see it, then you watch it at your house and enjoy the Atmos and the
I
4Kness.
remember I was going to see a Quiet Place, the first one by myself in the theater, and it was packed. And man, you could have heard a pin drop in that place. It was like you could have cut the tension with a knife. And then, of course, I went to see Quiet Place 2 with Shane, and we had a few beers, and I was snoring the whole movie.
Wait, was that part two that we went to?
Yeah, that was the one in Bridge. We went up to the Criterion in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Or it was,
Yeah.
you know, what? The
Yo,
bow tie.
yeah. You always be sleeping now, dude.
Well, when you get me drunk before you take me to the movies, yeah.
I'll go if it's a film I know I have a vested interest in, like Deadpool, Wolverine, and Beetlejuice. But I stopped seeing every weekly release. Listen, if you can get one of those A-list memberships for $25 a month, even if you go and you fall asleep, you get a good nap out of it. Just fucking go. I go to take a nap sometimes, just to show some patriotism to the movies, and they make money. So just me, just how just me support. Listen, we wouldn't have home theaters if people didn't go to the movies. Yes, Shane, we need big theater support to keep big cinema experience alive. We don't want TV shows as movies, and it becomes just a big mess. I used my AMC A-lister to the fullest extent. Saw 3 movies a week for probably a year and a half back in 1819. Well, keep fucking doing it, man. I'd do it. I'd do it. Where did I go see recently? So Gladiator 2. I wanted to go to sleep on that. I really did. But I forced myself to stay awake because it was Gladiator 2. Sometimes I just go just to go.
Hey man, I'm gonna take off. I got a big day tomorrow, and I'm getting kind of loud up here. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I think we're gonna call it here too. Let me just end this here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Me and Bill. Bill in the later half, later third act. If you guys want to catch the full stream again, well, check it out on Dynamically Challenged. That's the second channel because I felt like I got to a drunken rant on this one, so I can't keep it on the main channel. So watch it over there. Thanks for watching. We're going to leave. Bye-bye.